There you go.
We're live?
We're
doing it live?
We're doing it live.
Hello to everybody who forgot to take their butter out but lives in the desert. So put it outside for 15 minutes in 102 degree weather and it's fine and ready to use.
Sorry, I thought you said someone stole it.
Someone stole it from my front porch?
Yeah, that seems more reasonable.
No, I just put it on my little table on the front porch for like 15 minutes. We're good to go. It's 101. It's come down a little bit. So thankful we have a no-bake recipe today because it is hot. I didn't even want to try to be cute or anything. Hair went in a ponytail. Done. That's it. That's all you get from me today. It's hot, you guys.
You might be a little washed out today. I finally had replaced the webcam. So that's the only thing going tonight. Not our normal setup. Can you tell you look like...
Yeah, I feel like it's really far back.
It almost looks like there's a filter on your face.
I'm okay with that. I look a little less red than usual.
All I did was I just literally opened the box, plugged it in, here we are.
Oh, it's a little far back and you can see my embarrassing hoard of candy over there.
Oh,
oops.
It's actually also... You'll be happy to know that it's actually cropped in, so you can see the bowls.
Oh no! Get rid of that mess over there. No,
sure? Let's
crop that out. That's the stuff I hid. No.
Why does it look like there's lotion on your nightstand?
Because I put lotion on my hands and feet before bed every night. Because that's the best time to put lotion on. Because you don't touch anything for the next, let's say, 4 to 8 hours, and it has time to soak in. Life pro tip for all of you guys: put your lotion on before you go to bed. Best idea. If you can sleep in socks, that's also a really good idea. Clean white cotton socks with lotion on your feet makes your feet nice and soft.
I don't like to sleep in socks. Don't lock doors.
You cover the candy with a towel, right?
No, that should be your
I don't even know if I have a clean towel around here. You don't touch anything after you go to bed? No, I stay in bed. You're not using your hands and doing things. So...
No, hold on. You're on the phone reading at night and stuff till you fall asleep.
Right.
But you just don't interact with anything outside the bed.
Right. If I put lotion on now, I gotta bake, I gotta go wash the lotion off my hands. That's what I mean.
I hate the way lotion feels. It just clogs my pores.
Adele says, haha, 4 to 8 hours the feels. Hannah wants to know who only sleeps for 4 hours. This guy, sometimes. Look, my alarm goes off at 6:40, and there's times I'm awake till 2 or 3.
There's cats just jumping in the kitchen. Keep a peek out. Keep a peek out for
It is peak fly season right now, and
get it. So
the kittens and Topo are all about it. Oh, did you get it?
Oh, I got it. Now I'm
Roxy's really, really good at hunting the flies. I don't know if she's good at catching them. She's good at hunting them. Yep, see, Brittany's my people. Sometimes I only sleep 4 hours. It happens, and then you just power through it. And if you're lucky, you get a lunch break, and you come home and take a power nap for 40 minutes on the couch. And I love Dan because I will tell him I'm napping at lunch, and he'll make it dark in here. It's the best. Marianne with her member super chat. Thank you so much for the support, friend. She says, hi, Crystal and Dan. My summer vacation is coming soon, and I have no idea what to do for a month. Well, find something fun. Dan didn't leave me a mouse, and he's left the room. BRB. Marianne, I know you're in another country and I can never remember which one, but it's one of the Norway, Sweden ones. I think it's Norway. Is it Norway? What's fun to do there? Find something within a couple hours of you that you haven't done yet that you can go do. Explore. I don't know. Look, you're talking to someone who never leaves the house, but I don't know. Find something. Jess says, uh-oh, the camera is flashing. Is the camera flashing a line or is that my eyes? I don't know. I didn't see it. Dan's got a different setup and it's way up there, so it's hard. Oh, it is. Oh, I just saw it. It's doing something. Dan!
Yeah?
The camera's doing a thing.
Is it kind of flickering here and there?
Jess says, I think he might be returning this camera too. There's a for lack of a better word, staticky line. If you watch the feed, it's a line about 3/4 of the way up. If I keep talking about it, it'll show up because that's what happened. Hannah, who took her cat to the vet this week, says she's apparently only 4 weeks old. Oh my goodness, is she healthy otherwise? Should be okay, as long as she... Oh, Jess says it doesn't show in the same place every time. As long as she's healthy... Okay, hit the milestones for being older except for her size. Okay, well then that makes sense. Mooch was about 4 weeks old when he showed up. The main thing I noticed when you get them that young, especially when you only get one, which is something I've learned now that we have 3 at once, they imprint on you a lot more than when they're a little older and more independent. Nikki, I will get to the pic on Facebook. We're baking. We're doing stuff. I'll prove that later. Usually after the show, I go on Facebook and check the stuff out. It's been a crazy day and a crazy week, and I didn't really have time to deal with Facebook stuff this week. Brittany, who I sent a picture to earlier this week on Instagram, there are Mario Oreos coming out, and there's like 16 different imprinted pictures on them. Collect them all for no other reason than saying you collected them all. They're available at Walmart. I don't know if they're available elsewhere, but you can pre-order them, and it said they were going to show up like July 11th or something stupid like that. She says they showed up already because, of course, Brittany ordered them already. Why didn't they come out when the movie came out? Or like right before the movie? Come on, Oreos, what are you doing? If I liked chocolate Oreos, we would get some, but I don't, so... It's not happening. Yes, Afriel, it looks like an old analog TV that has a weird vertical hold issue. I don't know. When I started calling for Dan, Topo walked in the kitchen behind me. Topo will come if you just yell anything, pretty much. Like, hey, you got snacks? He's hungry. Yeah, Nikki, 2 hours ago I was at lunch, or at work, so I was at work. I didn't have time. Then I come home on Fridays and I get ready, and that's it. I don't have time for the things. I gotta get my ingredients. I gotta, change out of my work clothes and do my hair and get the computer set up, and it's go. Like, I'm still working all day. Ooh, Brittany's eating them now. Auntie Ange got toffee cream Oreos. Let me know how those are. I think those have been around a while, yeah? I think they're chocolate Oreos, though, right? And maybe that's why I didn't get them. I don't know. What else is going on?
What are we making
here? Oh yeah, I guess we could talk about that. Welcome to Getting Baked with Crystal, where we bake things, but tonight we're not baking because it's freaking summertime in the desert, and who the hell wants to turn on their oven? Not this guy. Not at all. We are making Nanaimo Bars. I hope I'm saying that right. This is a Canadian snack from a place called Nanaimo on Vancouver Island. Am I getting that right, Canadian friends? Is that right? I found a recipe from a Canadian because, so pretty much everything I make on the show, if you search for it, you'll find a bunch of recipes on Pinterest for that same thing, but most of them will use the same ingredients, but in variations. So I opened up probably like 20 tabs trying to figure out which one of these are we making. I want something that's the most authentic to, what Canadians eat. I don't want the knockoff. I did go and I went on Amazon and paid like $6 for Bird's original custard powder. I hope this is good, Dan, because you're eating a bunch of Bird's pudding, whatever it is. Sue, thank you, my Canadian friend, says perfect history so far. I did read up on it. The recipe that I found, if you guys follow the link, she's got it's not a blog how she made them for her uncle's cousin one time, and her dad really loves them and all that stuff. It is, about the history of it and where they came from, and they were first recorded in a cookbook in like the 50s or something like that, but they may be even older than that. They may have come over from the UK. It's a no-bake thing. It's a easy, simple ingredient type thing. I don't know. That's all I got. It looks like it's gonna be good. I'm not the biggest fan of coconut. We know this, but I don't mind Samoas. And Samoas have coconut in them. So I don't want like a coconut flavored thing. I follow somebody on Instagram who is from Japan but came to America on a vacation recently. And I don't know if you guys know much about Japanese people, but when they travel, they have to bring, what is the word? Omiyage?
Omiyage, yeah.
They have to bring omiyage. It is standard custom tradition to bring back omiyage. Omiyage? Omiyage. To bring back little gifts for friends, coworkers, family, like you bring things back to people. And he brought a bunch of candy bars, and he posted his haul of all his candy bars. Do you know there's a candy bar that's just straight coconut? I guess Almond Joy is kind of the same thing, huh? Or
which I'm a fan of. Chewing it kind of sucks a little bit, but I'm a fan of it. Did you see my choices too of the unsweetened? I found unsweetened.
Yes, we'll get to that.
Okay,
we'll get to that.
Will you be okay for like 5 minutes?
Go ahead. You do what you got to do. Apparently the camera's having issues, but it's staying on. So
it could be because I have it plugged into a strip instead of directly into the back of the computer, so it might be wigging. So okay. I might handle that in a minute. But
I don't know. It is what it is. So yeah, just like a coconut bar, don't want to eat that. But coconut mixed into something is kind of okay. But after you eat something with coconut, like shredded coconut in it, and then like you find it in your teeth and stuff later, that's disgusting. But we'll see how this goes. I will try it. In honor of our Canadian friends, and tomorrow being Canada Day, I will try it. Brittany wants to know, is this a Dan can eat it now treat? No, because It's a 3-layered bar, so we're gonna make a base. The base is where the coconut is. I see lots of you guys saying you are not a fan or allergic to coconut. No worries, you can leave the coconut out of it. You can make this treat and leave coconut completely out of it. I did see other recipes as I was searching through 20 plus different recipes that didn't use coconut at all. I saw some that said if you can't find or don't want to get the bird's custard powder, you can use Jello pudding or whatever, like vanilla pudding powder you can find. I'm sure it won't cost $6. I think, are they still $1? I don't know. Dan does the grocery shopping. You can get a box of pudding pretty cheap though. You can use pudding mix. I saw white chocolate versions that didn't use cocoa powder in the base, and I don't know what they used because that's not what I wanted to make. I wanted the like standard traditional stuff. So yeah, there's that. There's other ways to make it. You can leave the coconut out, no worries at all. I noticed after, like last night after I posted the recipe, that on the recipe card I just wrote coconut. Unsweetened, shredded, well, this is coconut flakes. I think it's the same thing, pretty much. Unsweetened is what you wanted. We have sweetened, so I sent Dan on a, what's it called when you send people to find things? Scavenger hunt, to go get me more graham cracker crumbs, because I don't think I have enough left in my box of graham cracker crumbs, and unsweetened coconut. We went to Albertsons yesterday, and do you know that damn store does not have graham cracker crumbs? We looked through the whole store. There was no graham cracker crumbs. There's graham crackers, and yes, I know you can make graham cracker crumbs out of graham crackers, but it sounds like a lot of work, and I can buy it already crumbed, so I did. But yes, we did get unsweetened coconut flakes. What else is going on? That's what I like about coconut. The snack left around in your teeth for later. No, gross. Maybe add some extra graham cracker crumbs if you leave out the coconut. Yes, you might need to like absorb some of that liquid that's in it. I don't know. I haven't made it, so I don't know like what it turns out like. Sam says you can send it to me if you don't like it with some dry ice. Sam, we have learned. Did Steve teach you nothing? When I ship snacks to Canada, they don't arrive until a month later. Blame Canada. I don't know. They're with your stickers. No idea. What else? You will have to add sugar to the custard powder as it tastes disgusting without it. We have that custard powder here in the UK. Oh, like when you just make it? Let's see, what does it say? Yeah, it says to mix 2 tablespoons of custard powder with 2 tablespoons of sugar in a saucepan. This is much different. Mix cold and then... Yeah, when you make pudding here, you don't do that. You just put the powder in a bowl and pour some milk in it and stir it, and that's it. It's done. This apparently you have to make on the stove, so that's a little extra effort on the hob. I don't have a hob. I don't know. That's why I said with dried ice, and I have not learned anything. Fair enough. Yes, the custard layer does have 2 cups of icing sugar or powdered sugar, so this recipe looked really good. Like I said, I looked at a ton of them. That's instant pudding. We have real pudding too. I don't know anything about real pudding. I don't really eat pudding. Dan does. I make Dan pudding all the time. Butch just likes to fall asleep to your voice and to be near you. Absolutely. If he could be right here, he would be, but he has learned. When I'm standing here and I'm talking to the camera, you need to lay down and go to sleep unless there's cream cheese, carrots, or heavy cream. So he will be out later when there's heavy cream, I'm sure. Husky Mom Bronico, hello friend. She says, let's get baked. We're not baking tonight. It's too hot for that nonsense. Down to 100 though. It's gone down 2 degrees since I came home from work. I did the waffle recipe with a bunch of kids last weekend, and they loved making cookies in the waffle maker. That's awesome. That's exactly what I thought when we were making it. This would be great for kids. Because it's so easy, because it's so fun, you can add different things to each cookie individually, and they'll eat them up right then. Like they're not gonna last, basically. We still have some in a container. Dan ate about half of them. I was done after the first night. Like, I stored them in Tupperware, and they started to get a little mushy, so I took the lid off, like popped the corner of the lid, and that helped them stay a little bit crispy, but not my jam at all. They were good right then and there, not after the fact. But Dan ate a ton of them. He loves them because they're not too sweet, so he was all about that. Katie. You can make a lovely sauce with the custard powder to pour over spice cake and other desserts. Good to know. Now that I have it, I will definitely look into different things that I can do with that, because I'm only going to use like a couple tablespoons, and clearly I have a ton of it. Husky Mom Bronico says it was perfect for a kid's activity. That's awesome. That's why we do this, so you can discover a fun new thing Gaming Lee Ken says you will have to use caster sugar, not icing sugar. I don't know what caster sugar means. Is that just regular, like, granulated sugar? That's, when you're making the pudding, that's what you do. Like, yeah, that's what that says on here. I'm following a recipe that uses the custard powder. So this is going to use the icing sugar or powdered sugar to make, like it's almost like a buttercream, kind of. It's butter, whipping cream, custard powder, and icing sugar. So I think the custard powder is more for flavor than to actually make it like a pudding. So I think we'll be good. I'm following the recipe just like I always do. Sometimes they suck, sometimes they turn out really good. But yes, this does say just to use regular, well, it just says sugar. When it just says sugar, I assume it's just regular granulated sugar, or Christine letting me know caster sugar is granulated sugar. Thank you so much. Helen with the sexy pear, you know that's my favorite. Thank you so much for the super chat. It is going well. It is starting to cool down. I will say, if you guys remember, last summer we had to get a new roof. Not just shingles, but like some of the plywood. There's some water damage because we have a swamp cooler on the roof. And we got a new swamp cooler, and holy moly, does that make a difference. It is like in the 70s in the house. Okay, it's in the 70s where the thermostat is. I think I might go hang out over there by the turtle. But there's definitely air moving, and it is not 100 degrees in here. A year ago, this would have been a different story, and we would have been miserable. So, worth every penny. It's so much nicer in here. BRM Bug with the member super chat. Thank you so much for the support, friend. We're already baked. Let's get de-exerted. Deserted? So, we're getting there. Kathy says they used to make... flies. Come on, cats. You're failing me. They used to cook their pudding until the instant pudding came out. Yeah, it seems like a little bit of effort, but I will make it. I will make it so Dan can try authentic, foreign custard. Apparently you guys don't call it pudding, it's custard. We'll try it.
I was reading the chat, and Jess says, I make real pudding and not other pudding.
Yes,
what does that mean?
Read that.
What is...
the Jell-O pudding, that's instant pudding.
Right,
so
but what's the other pudding?
I'm getting there. We just put that in a bowl, and we mix it with milk, and then it goes in the fridge and it sets. That's instant pudding.
And then I'm like happy quick.
So, yes.
Instant happy.
That's Dan pudding.
Like,
when Dan wants pudding, Dan wants pudding. Yeah. Not tomorrow. He has a hard time waiting like half an hour for it to fully set. It's ready in 5 minutes, but you're not
tomorrow
ready
I'm
for
going to want chicken nuggets, so pudding now. So what's the other pudding?
So apparently traditional, like not instant pudding and this stuff, you put the custard powder and some sugar with some milk.
On the hob?
And that's all. On the hob is the stove, I believe, because that's a pot.
Oh, the hob.
So,
okay.
So much like, remember we made Jell-O?
Oh, the jokes. Okay.
Remember when we made Jell-O? And I haven't made Jell-O in like 100 years, but Dan wanted Jell-O, so I made Jell-O. And
on the hob?
On the hob. And you had to like heat it. I had no idea. No, I thought it was just like pudding, but I had to follow the instructions.
So
that's what you do. When we use this to make you actual real pudding, we will do it on the hob.
Okay, so what is the real pudding then? Like all the ingredients and on the stove?
No, it's still a powder, but you heat it up to like activate it or whatever.
But then you have to wait, and then you have to wait longer.
And it takes longer because now it's hot.
And that's what Jess likes. Oh, geez, Laura Ingalls. I'm from the 90s.
Thank you.
I need snack packs. It needs to happen now. I don't need to go over there with Pa. I don't need to go over there with Pa and churn instant pudding. It needs to go into their ice brick.
Gaming Lee Ken says, sorry Crystal, it's the gaming ham here. You've changed from a ham to a Ken. Just to confuse me, I will try to remember that.
Evolution.
Have you leveled up like a Pokemon?
I'm just like starving Marvin, so I'm gonna go ahead.
You guys always make dinner while I'm baking anyway, so.
I feel like the 90s. Mom! Where's the Totino's Pizza Bites?
You can totally eat that crappy pizza you bought for me, because last time I had one, it was soggy mush.
What do I have in the fridge? Soda, purple stuff, orange juice, Sunny Delight. Sunny D.
Nobody calls it Sunny Delight.
We did have fruit by the foot over there the other day too.
Ew. Did you see?
But they got thinner. It was like 2 by the foot. Did you see my buddy?
What is his name? Who is the guy that told us about the Oreos? You guys, help me out.
No, I
can't remember his name.
I only turned on the chat after I got out of the shower, and I was reading Little House on the Prairie.
No, it's been going around on short form content for a while.
Oh yeah.
Jordan Howlett discovered, somebody showed him that you're supposed to take fruit roll-ups by the foot, that kind of stuff, wrap it around ice cream, and it instantly gets crunchy, and that's apparently like what it was made to do or something. There's some backstory, I don't remember. But have you ever tried that?
No. Okay, the fruit by the foot, like I ate it like the 6.
Do you have some still?
No, the last one was tired.
We might have to make Blake bring us another one because if
Okay.
you put it around, like I actually turned up the volume on this short form content, which I never do, because he wraps it around a scoop of ice cream and then like it crunches, it like hardens, and apparently that's the way to eat it. So now you guys know.
Yeah, there's nothing in the fridge. There's only things to make stuff with, and I don't want any of that.
Ingredients. I'm catching up on all the chat here, guys. Bear with me. I'm trying to get back up to where I left off. Uncle Yukon says, just saw a flash across the top of the screen. Yes, new camera, it is flashing.
I mean,
it's fine.
I could probably plug it in the back right now, but you guys in the chat have meltdowns when I went to the black for a second.
It should be okay. It should hang in there.
Here,
Don't sweat it.
I'll do it. Here.
Can they still hear me if you do that?
They'll hear you, but you're
Okay.
gonna freeze up. Make a face. Ready, go. Oh, shit! Oh, you did it! You did it! Look at I'm never plugging it back in.
I hate you.
I'm never plugging it back in.
Watch it never come back.
I hope it's froze like that for everybody. Okay, I need the
I
mouse.
hate you.
I need the mouse. You can keep talking.
Hannah with the super chat, thank you so much for the support, friend, says, speaking of sending stuff, LOL, JK. No, I do have something in mind, but I'm not just gonna like grab something off my shelf and send it to you. I'm going to create something for you.
No, I'm
bear
cleaning
with
out
me.
the back room and then a pile of shit.
Just a box of trash. Here you go. Please dispose of this for us.
Cyber Husky knows.
I am going to create something for you. You are on my list. I will try not to forget. No guarantees, but yes, I do remember. Thank you for the super chat. But give me some time to create you something special just for you. If you guys missed it, Hannah swept the last game of Dantix and won all 4 rounds. But don't worry, there's a new episode tomorrow with 4 new categories. Are you good there?
Trying to grab the box to take it back to my screen.
All new categories, all new questions, set up from last week, because we were ready to go last week, but had technical difficulties. We weren't just trying not to do a show. Whoa, I look better in the dark anyway. Keep it going. We were 100% ready to do the show, aside from the fact that our software would not cooperate. So we've got the questions. They're ready to go. Brittany says, there is no Boo Oreo. Looks like I have to order more. Boo! How's there not going to be a Boo in Brittany's Boo Oreos?
You, like me picking the Pittsburgh Penguins as a team, screwed up because even the Boo Mario Kart, the little
Yes.
The Hot Wheels?
Yes.
The Boo, when he comes like in the blue paste play set, it's like $40 or $30.
Right,
So,
yeah, you can't get the one off.
Yeah, you should have picked like Luigi.
Oh. PJ is here, Dan. He says, hi, Dan, I miss you.
Hi, PJ.
He doesn't miss me. Just you.
Oh, you'll get to see PJ at Novi. Wait, have you met PJ yet?
Nope.
You'll see PJ at Novi.
When you're done there, I need the mouse because I am caught up on chat, but I'm not caught up on chat. I'm caught up on what's on the screen,
Okay.
but I'm so far off on the chat.
Okay,
I have a bug bite on like my ankle area, like a little lower than my ankle, and it's itching so bad right now. There's been lots of bug bites happening around here lately.
Alright, here, just take that. I'm done. And then I'm gonna turn this back down. Oops.
Scott says flies have been real bad over here on this side of the mountain this year.
Yes.
They've been bad out
Yes.
here. At my work, I put food out for the cats. Somebody has been coming on the regular and dumping some sort of liquid into it, and so it like hardens and solidifies, and then flies are everywhere. And it's like a cloud of flies. Today, I shook it all out, went and scrubbed the heck out of it, and filled it up, and the flies lessened a little bit, but
They are very much more noticeable this year than last year. So thanks
Yes.
for saying that, because oh my gosh, you're right. Yes.
lots and lots of flies. The good news is, like in 2 weeks, they'll all be gone.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have plans?
No. I've noticed, like, at work, we get flies outside really bad every year around this time, and they're really bad for, like, 2 weeks, and then it's, like, back to normal fly.
All right, Bill Nye.
I'm just saying what I noticed.
I don't know facial hair on people, but I
Dan,
know patterns.
Megan's here. Hi, Megan.
Hey Megan,
It's been a minute.
we were asking about you in the chat, and people were like, "Has anybody seen Megan?" I just felt like maybe
We were, huh,
maybe
like
a
2 weeks ago?
a tornado swept up.
Oh, I thought she just didn't like us anymore.
Oh no, I get it. Just it's only 68 here, but the humidity right now is 87%. That'd be frizzy hair crystal.
Absolutely.
That'd be frizzy hair crystal.
Yes. There was some other stuff. I thought somebody said something about...
Hi Hannah, thanks to the super chat. And somebody, Amanda, Moline, so I see that you said that your mom is sending Hot Wheels. I got that message
Nice.
before you took it away, so I will get it.
Afriel wants to know what flavored soda you were drinking today.
Right now, it's mandarin orange, and it's the like fizzy water from Walmart. It's like the fizzy water, but it tastes like mandarin orange, and it's really good. It reminds me of like the smaller oranges, mandarin oranges.
Christine says actually real pudding calls for a bunch of ingredients and cornstarch cooked on the hob. Yes, I've never made that.
On the hob is just getting me, man. I don't know. Any other Americans like on the hob?
We don't have.
I still I need the snack packs. That's like candy soup. That's different.
Adele says, okay, so American pudding is custard. Yeah, apparently everywhere else in the world you all call it custard. We call it pudding. I feel
like custard or homemade pudding is always like that white pudding. Like
vanilla flavor?
Rice pudding or tapioca. Stuff as a kid that you get tricked by. Because when you're a kid, you're like, pudding's rad. It's like snack packs and everything's great. Then all of a sudden you go to an elder's house and they're like, would you like some pudding? And I'm like, all right, well, this is a little bit more gelatinous than I thought. And you take a bite of it, and it's not like vanilla extreme. It's like unflavored, like lies.
Yeah.
Like somebody took the soul out of the pudding. So you gotta watch out for that, children.
Brittany says they're making Sunny D with vodka now. You know, I don't like Sunny D. It's too thick. Like, a drink should not be that thick if it's not a milkshake.
I drank the heck out of Sunny D growing up. That was orange juice to me until I was older, and then it's like, there's another line. Here's some orange juice, Dan, and I'm like, all right, Sunny D. And my rollerblades are on my shoulder, and I chug this real orange juice, and there's like,
there's pulp.
There's pulp. There's pulp.
There's crumbs in my orange juice.
Someone crumbled up Ritz crackers and threw them in my orange juice.
Yeah,
another like
don't want pulp. Don't want Sunny D. Why is it so thick?
D.
And then you drink it, and it's like when you drink milk when you're sick, and you just feel all like.
It's because you're swallowing the sun.
Oh, it's so gross.
It's because
gross.
It's because you're swallowing the sun. That's why.
Hey Dan.
Yeah.
Amanda's trying again to give away her dog. She barks too much. This is why I can't have dogs. I would lose my mind. Dogs are like toddlers. Like, cats are kind of like toddlers too, but a quieter version. Dogs are just like noisy versions of toddlers. Toddlers.
If you're, parent your animal.
No, some dogs just bark all the time.
But we had a white poodle and it would go outside the doggy door and just stand there and bark all night long. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I'm so far behind on the chat.
Are you? You gotta
so far.
Oh, you are. Everybody stop chatting.
Cyber Husky has given a RFS Dan 1 month membership. Thank you so much for supporting us and sharing the RFS fam love with everybody. This one went to Christina. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, but it starts with an L.
Christine.
No, Christina. Those are two different names, Dan.
It's Langlois.
But Lois, like in French, is Lois.
There it is. How did you fill your mouth right there when you said it? All of a sudden, stuff appeared in your mouth.
Yeah, that's how it felt. That's how it felt. So congratulations. I don't know if you were here, but you've got a 1 month membership. Christine says she made real pudding at Girls Club when she was 11, and it was lumpy. That sounds disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Adele says, to me, pudding is a baked, cakey dessert. I don't know what that compares to here, then. I don't know. Why do we all have different names for things? Like, we all speak English. I get it if it's another country that speaks a different language, but we all speak English. Why do we have different names? And it all seems to stem from America. Like, we came over here and we were like, we're done with the king. We're going to call things different things, and we're done with yous. Although I do know why we're done with yous. I think I told that story before. Because you used to pay by letter in the newspaper. So they got rid of the extra letters. Where else are we? You'll need to keep whisking that powder, and you might need to get a spoon to keep it from clumping on the bottom of the pan. Oh, that sounds like so much effort. So much effort. Jess, do not suggest that ugly face as a thumbnail. No, nobody better screenshot that. I'll kick you out. I'll block you.
I want it as one of those. Is it fatheads? Is it the fatheads that do that? You know how you see like at the sporting events, you just see like their favorite player or whatever is just heads
don't.
just huge on a thing.
Please don't.
I think you get them from Fathead. We need one of those. Or like the cardboard cutout, like my dad's Elvira one.
Dale likes the moochogram at front bottom of the screen. Yeah, he is passed the heck out. He's done. His eyes open a little bit, but he is not there.
Well, he rolled off.
Afriel wants to know if he's snoring. That's entirely likely. I can't hear him because I'm too loud.
He rolled off the actual thing today. I felt so bad. I couldn't catch him.
I don't hear snoring. He is twitching though. His little feet are twitching.
Are you hungry?
No, I'm good.
Well, how are you good?
Because I ate at lunch. If I eat at lunch, I'm not hungry until later in the evening.
What did I do?
I have a slow metabolism. Like, you eat and like 2 hours later you're ready for another meal. That is not my life. Sorry.
Alright. that I'm fending for myself.
Please do.
I feel like Kingpin.
Greg made sour raspberry hard candies. That sounds amazing.
Oh my gosh, we have sherbet. We keep forgetting about it.
Sherbet. There's no R.
Where's that at? Next to the sherbet?
I hate you.
We still have that in there. Oh my, Greg, I've been in the freezer for a long time.
What are you doing? I don't
Running around
know.
cold in the freezer. There's nothing to eat. What's this?
You went to the store today.
Why do you have like lemon corpse in here? You're like the people that like put their dead birds in
that back. Put that back. That's my lemon zest, and it's frozen and measured out. Don't let it get melty, or it's going to be unmeasured. You just get out of there. Get out of there. Liz says, I like butterscotch pudding. If I'm going to eat pudding, that's my jam. I do like butterscotch pudding.
I tried to make one of these the other day. I don't buy the microwave meals anymore. Oops, but like I like the pot pies. So I bought one of these the other day, and I'm like, I'm gonna like make sure it gets cooked like nice and long.
Hold on. You bought 2 of those like 3 months ago, not one of those the other day.
So like I was like, I'm gonna put it. So I put it in the bowl, and I put it in the microwave this time. Like I just want to do it. So I was like, I'm just gonna do it for an extra minute. So and then I'll wait a few minutes, and that extra minute made it so it was like it nuked to the side of the bowl. Gross. I had to like scrub out the bowl, and there was no pot pie. It was like I don't know. It disappeared. Like, I don't know, a cloud of pot pie didn't come out. But
that's disgusting.
It, like, reduced to nothing. So, I'll try it again in 3 months.
Angela is here and says, hi, Dan and family from Catalina, Arizona. I did not know there was a Catalina in Arizona. I know there's one in California. I went there one time and threw up on the boat. Actually, I mostly threw up on myself, but I was on a boat when I threw up on myself.
Maybe I like a pizza.
Cyber Husky sent her gift membership in honor of Gilly Doo's birthday this week.
Oh yeah, that was a good
stream.
stream.
To Gilly Doo. You've been around a long time because I remember Gilly Doo's birthdays. Like this has happened before, like multiple times. Mm-hmm. So thanks for hanging around and happy birthday to Gilly Doo. Amanda Moline says you will see my mom's. It's purple with Hot Wheels in it.
Oh nice. Well, I'll know from the package too.
In the Hot Wheels are in. Hot Wheels are in envelopes with your address and stamps on it.
Right.
Okay, got it.
Do you want any pizzas? Rectangles. Is there a name for this shape? Like there's square and there's rectangle?
Gross.
Is there a name for both of those together?
No, it's either a rectangle or a square.
Okay, but like you know how like circles around and then ovals around and oval? Is there a name for like no sharp and no 90s? Like the ovals are things, cylinders. No.
Oh, I'm sure there is. I was told there'd be no math or geometry. What else? Oh, everybody's like, I'm so far behind. Everybody's talking about things we talked about like forever ago. So, do you guys get sticky date pudding? I've heard of it. It's never been in my mouth. For sure not.
Dude, how come in the back here it shows the freezer with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 of these in here? I'm not stocking up enough. There's 10 of them in here.
You do not need 10 of those. Those are gross. They always sound like they'll be good and they're cheap, but ew. Jess, regarding cats being a quieter version. A quieter version, you never heard Greg's cats or Mooch on the live stream that Dan did while you were gone. Still, something about like the decibel level that dogs hit and the like sharpness of a bark makes me want to stab my ears.
Maybe because their like hears and their barkers are like 10 times the size of cats.
Right, and cats is more of a like it gets louder, like even when it's squawky. But dogs, it's like a sharp, loud noise. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you'll find out at the Pet Expo. Do I put this in the microwave?
Ew.
Questions or comments?
If you want it to be extra chewy.
Questions
Adrian with member super chat, thank you so much for the support and for being here tonight, friend. Why is it that no matter how long you keep it in the fridge, Sunny D is never cold? That's another thing. Not only is it so thick, it never feels cold.
I never thought about that.
It's not that it feels warm, it just doesn't feel cold. I'm with you, Adrian. You are not wrong.
Oh, there's fiber in this. This is so good for me.
No. Mr. Danny Dell is here and says, love you guys. Aw, we love you too. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate you.
Oh, yeah. Hi. I'm hungry.
Afriel thanking me for being awesome. Oh, look, we're just getting all the love tonight. I love it. I needed that. It's been a really rough week. My dogs are quiet unless the phone says numbers, then it's a howl fest. Yeah, see, I can't with that.
You know, like, you're just, like it's a whole dog audience out there. You gotta, like...
I'm not dog people.
Look,
I'm not here to make you people think that I'm what you want me to be. I am who I am, and if you like it, we can hang out.
I sometimes fall asleep to dog woos in my ear.
That's because you fall asleep while you're working. That's not anything to brag about.
There's been like maybe, not much recently, but there's been a time or two where I'm editing and Jess is twice as slow. and then I'm like, nothing happened. And then I'm watching still. And then if I hit the space bar, it'll go back to like my last toggle and it'll be a little pinch. And I'm like, something had to have happened in between there. And then I'll go back. But not recently. Because I usually edit in the morning and I'm awake after I'm sleeping.
Most of us are. After we're done sleeping, we are awake. Sue says that Lost in the Pond blog has great explanations for British versus American vocabulary. Interesting. Good to know, good to know. No purring from the mooch. Usually not when he's laying by himself. But if I pick him up, he's almost constantly purring. He loves to be
Dude, he's old as
Wilton says the pot pies are good made in the air fryer.
Oh yeah,
I don't think you've tried that yet.
Also, the Marie Calendar ones that are a few bucks more, that's the way to go. I just throw it there and eat here.
Hannah loves those pizzas.
I forget to feed myself.
They're disgusting. You should try like spending $2 more to get a better pizza.
No, but that's the whole point. Is that the way the price is going up? It's almost $2 more since Terry got here to now. They're like 60 cents more.
Dude, when we lived in our apartment, they were under $1.
They were under $1. Remember that? I'd buy them.
Yeah, we used to.
They were 97.
And they were decent.
When they were
okay.
When they went up to 97 cents, we're
right.
like, what?
Yeah. Oh my God, they're almost a whole $1.
We're sold. Those were the days. I don't know the lyrics to that show. Don't you know it's canceled now?
You're shaking me.
I am.
I don't like that.
All right. Okay. You. Are we making things today? Because I heard we have to stand around after it does a bunch of stuff.
We're just standing around. I'm trying to catch up on the chat here. That's it. I'm skipping it. I'm sorry to everybody who said anything. Dan says I'm not allowed anymore. It's been 40 minutes and we've done nothing. Every time I'm in a crappy mood and have had a crappy week, this is the kind of show we have where I'm almost delirious, and sometimes I remember, oh yeah, I have to bake things, but I'm not baking tonight. It's not happening.
I'm still just trying to feed the Dan.
You've been working on that for a minute. You should sort that out. All right, so first step, we're doing our bottom layer, which is like a crust, and the ingredients are butter, granulated sugar, cocoa powder, egg, graham wafer crumbs? Graham cracker crumbs. You Canadians. Okay, you can't be on the counter, bud. Hey! I'm cooking here!
Can these go in the microwave?
No.
But we're a lot of places that are allowed to go in the microwave.
You should have done the dishes before I got home at 5 and woke you up.
Dishes get stitches.
What are you microwaving? Lettuce?
No, that's my...
Anyway, and walnuts and coconut. It's going in here. Let me see what order they go in. Butter. I wish the screen was tall. I wish it was a little bit taller, Dan.
Oh my gosh, I hate you.
No, you don't.
Oh my god. Every one of the songs or anything that had street cred growing up is now like debunked. Anything that was hardcore or gangster rap is now like, I don't know, Flow from Progressives like hating it out, singing it.
Yes, they're on commercials, and the people who sang them are no longer talking about murder was the case they gave me. They're baking with Martha Stewart.
They're baking with Stewart. So, and then what made me feel old the other day is when Stifler shows up, and then the pie kid, Biggs is on the other side of the door.
Oh my god, and American Pie guy teamed up with a dessert company to sell pies. What is happening in this world?
20 years too late, by the way. They should have been doing that right away.
Absolutely.
It should have been a named pie in that movie. It should have been, oh my gosh, why are you doing to that Marie Callender's pie? It should have been that. But they're like teaming up now to sell like life insurance or whatever it is.
Yes.
And
Sue says, is that your double boiler? No, I don't have one. So every time it says a double boiler, I just do it in a pot and stir it a bunch, and it seems to work, so...
Well, said something like, Dan's showing off by kicking his food on the counter. That was more of the 90s commercial. Yeah, remember?
You're such a 90s kid. You're such a, like, left home to watch TV 90s kid. Like, you had no siblings to fight with.
No, I just was fighting.
Food hacky sack. Don't encourage him. Sue says I fake it with a bowl, but that'll work. You know, I could. I just don't. I'm kind of a lazy baker. If you guys have been here ever, you might know that. I just kind of do what I want.
Hey,
Yeah.
I have this problem.
I know. Which one are we talking about?
I can't get after I pull one of these out and take what I need. I can't get it back.
They are so stuffed into that bag this time. Like it's ridiculous. The first time I took one out, I was fighting with it. I debated cutting it open.
I don't want to.
Take the middle one because it's smaller.
Could you get one out of there for me?
No promise.
I seriously, I spent like comically long time trying to get it back in. That like I was hungry.
I couldn't even zip it up after I made your sandwich at lunch today.
I took a long time to. Did you zip it back up? Because I
no,
zipped it back up because I thought you were gonna be like zip it up.
Oh, I didn't have time. I had to go back.
Wait,
to
I gotta put it back now. I just needed to take a piece off. This is where I set you up. Oh, because I took some. But
I made it go. Look, the trick is to make it go up higher and then wedge it back down in there.
What can we do with this?
Wash it.
I was gonna like wave it in front of my face like it's hot, but it's falling apart. It's already kind of sad.
Was that plate clean, or is Dan using a dirty plate? Yes. I'm a little OCD about things. If you haven't noticed, so I fully wash everything with a soapy sponge, and then I use the dishwasher as a sanitizer, basically.
There is not a trace of food on anything in this dishwasher before it gets.
No wonder I couldn't zip it. Dan strikes again. Dan is fully incapable of opening Ziplocs correctly and constantly ruins them.
My hands, every time I open the bag to get stuff out of it, like I always destroy it. I don't like this.
That's no longer a Ziploc. It was a little sad. If you go down lower and get like the middle part, it's good. But the ends, even when I bought them, all of them there were sad.
Wrap my wiener in it.
Well, get a better one. I don't know what to tell you. You're making a mess. Get out of here. I'm trying to not bake things. What Shannon said, you can use metal. Look, I know that I can. I choose not to. Like that's really all there is to it. I choose not to.
Mooch.
I don't know why. I'm stubborn. That's it. I will use a hand screwdriver over like a drill with a screwdriver bit because I'm stubborn. That's the things that I do. I don't use a double boiler.
Is it because you're a ginger?
No, it's because I'm me. It's who I am. Just deal with it. Katie says, I missed you guys so much. You are here on the right night because, like I said, I'm damn near delirious. Like,
you want a drink?
I actually was just thinking that, but I don't know if I want to drink. You know we have those ices
Are
in
you
there,
gonna,
alcohol ices?
If I give you alcohol, are you going to turn on the audience?
Wait. How do you mean that?
Like, I don't know, you're kind of...
Like, turn
well, you're
on
like,
them?
You know what I hate?
F-U and F-U?
You know what I hate? Is the sound of all your children at home.
Is Chris here? Does he need an F-U? Because I've got one.
You can't...
It's been that kind of week. You know I was supposed to have a 4-day weekend, and I've got to work on Monday, and I'm not happy about it. So don't start with me tonight.
I'm going to go ahead and just go and eat my food.
Yep. Dan, Emily, who is always here but rarely chats, wants you to know that it's my show. Your show is tomorrow.
Don't gas her up.
Thank you, Emily.
Don't gas her up anymore.
That's why I appreciate that you're here.
Don't gas her up anymore.
Do it. Is Crystal gonna hit on us? No. I don't even know how to do that.
You know,
I don't know how to flirt.
Some of the
I might hit you, but I won't hit on you.
Some of the streamers like on Twitch and stuff, like the Twitch girls and stuff, they have like dating night where it's like, all right, here it is, next Skype person, and you get like 2 minutes on the screen, and everybody in the chat's like yay or nay, and like.
Are you suggesting that I date the audience?
Check this out. So then like they pick somebody, and then we go on a live date like a week later or something. I show up, and it's like live streamed and stuff.
That's creepy. Auntie Ange gotta make me sing because she sent a super chat. Thank you for the support, friend. Appreciate you. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. Don't remember the words, but something about a 64 Impala.
I would call her. I wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat and a 6'4" Impala. I can go on.
Apparently, Dan knows all the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Auntie Ange says,
I do actually.
I gotta use my member super chat today for June or I lose it. Love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
we
Auntie
love
Ange.
and appreciate you. Thank you for being here and for supporting us. Crystal the Emma Lover is here and says, hi guys. Hi Crystal. How you doing? Where else? Yeah, Chris, thank you. Two totally different things. I wasn't sure where the emphasis was, that turn on the audience or turn on the audience. Two completely different things, Dan. He didn't pause in the right spot. I don't know.
Free, no money down. Free, comma, no, comma, money down.
Amanda says Chris is getting in trouble. No, not for that. He's done much worse, Amanda. I mean, you could punish him for previous things, but that wasn't even that bad. Not even. Amanda pointing out, I can kick your butt out of the kitchen, Dan. Watch out. Do you know that he's eating a hot dog wrapped in a piece of lettuce right now?
I gave up buns.
For health reasons, Blake had to significantly cut back carbs.
He has fatty liver.
Yes, he's got a fatty liver. He's got to cut back on some carbs. Katie says that's so nasty, right? Lettuce does not go with hot dogs. Not at all. So they were doing burgers wrapped in lettuce. Fine, that's a thing. Is the hot dog at least cooked? Yes, he did microwave it.
It was a fully cooked broady, cheesy bratwurst.
Either way, he microwaved it. So then it was hot dog night, and I'm like, well, hot dog buns are like, to me, hot dog buns, 3/4 more bread than I actually need. Like, can we cut that down? I just need like a thin little.
That's because when I look on the package, it's this hot dog and hamburger buns are like the cheaper one, the cheapy ones, are the same size as 2 pieces of bread.
That makes sense. It's entirely too much damn bread.
That's crazy.
Entirely.
It's just the way
it
it's
is
delivered.
2 pieces of bread.
No, but it's the same like amount distributed.
Right. But it's yeah. I don't need that much.
I don't need that much bread. So Blake and I, we were trying to figure out, like, we've been doing a lot more like asparagus and stuff. And it's been like, I was happier with the no bread. It feels better. Like,
yeah, I get it, but I'm not wrapping my hot dog in lettuce. Adrian suggests using naan for your hot dogs. That could be interesting. I love naan. It's so good. Uncle Yukon says microwaving hot dogs is not cooking a hot dog. Thank you.
I usually cook them on the stove with the water and you know, the little bit of oil that reduces down and stuff. I'm hungry. It went in there quick before I went down.
All right. You're distracted.
Bye, everybody.
We're doing a thing here.
Yeah, everybody.
We're never ending this stream.
Have you even started?
I have a pot.
It's almost 7 o'clock.
I am aware of that.
Before we started, you were like, "This is like needs to go," and then like, here we are.
Do I look like I care?
Excuse me. Oh, that was rude. I'm sorry.
You really?
I forgot we were streaming. I'm so sorry, everybody.
He gets embarrassed when he hiccups on stream, but has no problem Homer Simpson burping off camera.
Sorry. That's
Disgusting.
so embarrassing. I'm so sorry.
Disgusting.
So
All right.
sorry.
Butter. I didn't even have to put my butter outside in the 100-degree weather to soften it because I've been running my mouth for an hour and it would have been soft anyway. All right. Butter, granulated sugar, cocoa powder, and egg. Got it. Tortillas also work as a hot dog wrapper without so much bread. Yeah, but they're high in carbs. I was looking into it, like tortillas and tortilla chips are high in bad carbs or something, so that's not an ideal solution. The lettuce is definitely a healthier option. Also, like, when Blake came home and said that, I'm like, I don't know what to feed you. I'm Italian. We eat pasta for every meal. Like, I legit don't know what to feed you. I can't. You're gonna starve to death. Sorry. You had a good run, Blake. Now I'm hungry and want a hot dog. Go get a hot dog.
Get it. There it is.
Cyber Husky says hubby has to cut carbs for health reasons too. It's been an interesting month as we adjust to being a low carb household. And the low carb bread, oh my god, it's like $8 a loaf. No, just don't eat bread.
It was like a big solid brick.
Gluten-free pasta is yummy and heard it's good for low carbs. Gluten-free is not the same as low carb though, so it's still not solving the problem. And when you look for low carb recipes, most of what you find is keto, and keto only cuts back on carbs and nothing else. It like increases the oil and the butter and like, okay, you solved your carb problem, but now you've got like high cholesterol or whatever else these other things cause. So I don't know what the right solution is. We're working through it. We'll figure it out.
I'm open to recipe ideas that make it happen, or like that are good for that stuff.
Watch out. All right, we're doing a 1/4 cup of regular sugar, castor, granulated, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. It's regular sugar. There are low carb tortillas, yes, but again, all this stuff, at least in our stores, they're expensive. Old Time brand low carb bread is $4 a loaf, right? But we get bread at Aldi and it's like $1. So
yeah, but we're eating Nerf.
That's a lot. That's a big difference. And these boys eat a lot of damn sandwiches.
I don't mind paying for the bread. I was having a hard time finding, like, it was like 2 or 3 grams. It was like 2 or 3 grams less than a normal bread.
Yes.
But they spent so much packaging to tell me all about it.
It wasn't a big enough difference to justify like the healthiness and price.
I feel like I don't have enough education on it. Also, the sugars were so high.
That's what Jess is saying. Most low-carb crap has more sugar to make up for the flavor. Yeah, that's the thing, because most of it's geared towards keto, where all you're doing, apparently, is cutting carbs, and you don't care about cutting fat or sugar or any of that. Load it on up with everything else. Just make sure there's no carbs in it. But I don't want them to, like, develop diabetes in order to reduce the fatty liver. Like, that's counterproductive.
It didn't seem right. So I'm at the store and I'm reading the back of the packages and I'm just like, I'm not educated enough. I need a Susan Powders YouTube video to educate me more. So, but we got the lettuce and we've been having
powder.
Yeah, we've been having like we've been having a good time with the lettuce. It's been fun. I mean, my sandwich that I ate had one on it, but I don't know. I just put it on the hot dog. It was just different and it was fun and crunchy, and I like crunchy. Dan, just watch Dr. Sten. Like, you know a guy who is a health champion, but Dr. Sten like makes me like if Dr. Sten, I have a leaky stomach. I don't want to have a leaky stomach.
All right, guys, we're actually making something here tonight. We're not just hanging out. Did I not kick you out of here? Dan, go away. All right, so we're cooking this until it's melted and the mixture thickens slightly. Then we're gonna remove it from the heat, add our chopped walnuts, which I pre-chopped so we didn't have to turn down the volume to run the food processor, and our graham cracker crumbs. So I'm gonna get those ready. 1 3/4 cups. Sugar is a carb, so cutting carbs is cutting sugar. Right, Blake doesn't really eat a lot of sugar. Like, he doesn't, for all the stuff that I make, he very rarely eats any of it.
Don't know if I've ever seen him pick at that candy dish right there.
Not really, no. No, not. He's not a candy guy, so that's easy enough.
He's not snacky either. He wakes up in the morning. I usually make him like an omelet or something for breakfast.
Right.
Then we come out and have a sandwich at normal lunchtime when he gets back from school, and then he eats at dinner, and then I think that's it.
Yeah, he just eats his meals. He doesn't snack. He doesn't eat a bunch of crap. He's not like eating ice cream and candy bars and stuff. So that part's easy. And that's the problem though. Like, there's no sugar to cut out. It's pretty much just pasta and bread that he needs to cut out. All right, so that was 1 cup, and this is going to be 1 3/4 cups.
Oh, Linda's here. Hi, Linda. Thank you for all the snacks. I had some pudding the other day, like some strawberry pudding from what you sent me, and it made me happy. So thanks for helping make me happy the other day when.
Can you put that in the trash?
Yeah, sure. When I wanted some pudding, and I had the pudding. Oops, sorry, Coco. I had the pudding that you sent me. Come here. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy.
Fancy Kellogg's graham crackers, huh?
That's all that was there. What's the blue box?
What?
The blue graham cracker box? That's just graham crackers that you always get?
Honey Maid?
Yeah, that wasn't there.
Last time I got whatever this is, the Food Club? I don't know.
That's what I was gonna ask you. So I got it. It's Kellogg's graham cracker crumbs. I've only seen blue graham cracker boxes. So
a lot of graham cracker.
That's all. Yeah, and that's all they had. They didn't have.
It's fine. Graham cracker crumbs are graham cracker crumbs. I am not worried about it.
No.
Where's the ah-ha-ha with scoops? I did it. I just did it quietly, and Dan was running his mouth, so couldn't hear it. I kicked him out of the kitchen twice. You saw it. He just does what he wants. I have no control over it. I'm not letting you put that away. It goes in my baking cupboard, and you're not allowed in there. You'll just make a mess. Okay, so, and shredded coconut, a cup of that. What about veggie pasta? You know, we tried, I think it was edamame pasta. That was nasty. That was not, and I like edamame. We eat the heck out of edamame. Could not get through the edamame pasta. It tasted like dirt. But we've been trying different things. We've been, you know, searching and trying to find options. Mooch, this is coconut. You don't like coconut. Do you? Alexa, is coconut safe for cats to eat?
Coconut is not considered poisonous to cats. However, you should always check with your veterinarian before feeding your pet any new foods.
Yeah? No. You spit it out. No. Mooch does not like coconut. I think he thinks you have snacks. My doctor said wheat pasta. That's what we do anyway. Like most of the pasta that I buy, if wheat is
not like gluten.
It's not gluten, it's carbs, but it's healthier. But we're trying to make a drastic change so he can like solve this problem, and then we'll adjust to that. Spiralized zucchini squash. So here's the thing. Blake's mom eats keto, and he does not like most of the stuff that, like, everybody's suggesting when you look it up. Not a fan. So that's been a hard thing to get around as well. He's like, oh yeah, I tried that. I don't like that.
Blake's got a good, like, palate.
Yeah, he eats a lot of, like, stuff that you wouldn't think he would eat. Or, like, most kids and even, like, young adults wouldn't eat. But, yeah, he's not down with the spaghetti squash. No, he said he don't like that stuff. What else is happening? I have spinach pasta. Oh, I love spinach pasta. That's my favorite. Okay, so we're finally at 6:58, 57 according to ALEXA. We are turning on our stove. Hi Ursula, you've missed nothing. We were just running our mouths and talking a lot.
Totally trying to trip you.
And Heather B, hello, welcome. Again, you've missed nothing. We are just starting the recipe, an hour into the show.
Topo's right there looking for some. All you see is his tail like a.
Yeah, don't rub up against Mooch. He does not like that.
Mooch doesn't like it.
It wasn't on the camera, but Topo just like slid against Mooch, and yeah, Mooch is not a fan.
Nope, now I got him. He's like, take me over to the snack bar.
We'll get there. Don't worry, we've got time to kill. So we are just going to heat this up until it's melted and thickens slightly, and then we're going to add all that stuff to it, and then we're going to put it into our baking pan, and it's going in the fridge while we do our next step.
Sometimes in the morning, cats are all in here for breakfast, and Mooch will be up here like this, and I'll put Mooch down, like, oh, you gotta get down, Mooch, and I'll put Mooch down, and when I put Mooch down, sometimes I forget, and I put him in the middle of all the cats, and he just, like, super blasts, boom, and his limit goes off, and then all the cats go running, he's like, ah, he swipes around a little bit, and I feel so bad. One time I put him down in front of Topo wasn't doing nothing, I just set Mooch down on the ground, and he's just like, whack, 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 and I'm like, I'm so sorry, Topo. Topo's like, why would you do that? Yeah, so yeah. Yes, as our launches, man, that fucking nine's been doing well, hasn't it?
After y'all suggesting Mooch wants sink drinks, no, Dan was sitting on the ground and doing things, and he thinks they're snacks. We'll know when he wants sink drinks. He goes that way, and you can't stop him. He had some right before the show. He's good for about once every hour or two.
He's ready for snacks. He's watching Crystal.
Yes.
He's ready for snacks. My brother's doctor suggested a Mediterranean diet as a response to his fatty liver disease.
I did see that a lot. Unfortunately, Mediterranean diets.
What's that?
Mediterranean falafel. We do falafel.
And like gyros?
That's not how you pronounce it, but yes. It's very meat heavy though. Because basically he needs to eat like meats and vegetables. So that's what you guys have been eating.
I'm not a big meat fan.
We have gone on Pinterest and we searched a bunch of recipes. We've tried a bunch of new recipes. He's been doing omelets in the morning, eggs and with onions and bell pepper in it. He really likes that.
I would try some of the Mediterranean food. We really like falafel. We eat a lot of like that. Is that like olives? Mediterranean food's like olives?
Yes.
Yeah, it's oily, but it's good.
Olives is not an olive. The name of the restaurant out here that's a Mediterranean restaurant.
I'm good. I could live off of chicken and rice. What, just like white rice and just chicken? I love
and
that
ketchup.
stuff.
Don't forget ketchup. You douse it in ketchup.
Sometimes, yeah, if it's cold. Like a movie to the waggy tail. Waggy, waggy, waggy.
Alright, we are pretty much melted. I'm just letting it thicken up just a little bit. I think we're about there.
Mooch's little slit for eyes say, it's bright.
I told
It's
you.
bright. It's bright. What are you doing? I'm gonna go over here and look. Oh, Mooch, you always look upside down.
Can you get me out the yellow thing for the pot?
The trivet thing?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
It's okay. I'll do it.
I just gotta transform to bend over mode. You were faster. That was a better choice.
No, I just didn't want this to burn. Okay, we are thickened.
What are we doing with it?
We're adding stuff to it, and it's going to become our base.
Do you need help with that?
No. I don't need a man.
A Dan. I don't need a
I don't
Dan.
need that either.
Dan, keep Crystal happy or you end up in the cat house. Amanda, have you seen our cat house? It is like 3 stories tall. There's a balcony There's an actual like
Pretty
private
fancy.
quarters. There's a snuggle basket and a reachery where like you can reach to be petted. So I think that high rise that the cat lives are living is a pretty good annex to be sent to.
Yeah, but you gotta share it with the cats.
It's all right. I love the cats. We work together all day long. The gaming ham said, "Dan, Crystal, my diet is extreme with an X. Extreme. Is it like consists of like 5-hour energies?
That's not
It's
healthy.
5-hour energy.
Your heart is going to explode.
My go-to is wheat pasta, sun-dried tomatoes with some of the oil capers, peppers, and shredded Asiago cheese.
That sounds good, except I don't like tomatoes.
Next time you make that, will you send me a picture of what it looks like before you scarf it down, so I can see it? But I don't know. I'm into that.
This is taking up a lot more space in here than I anticipated. It says the mixture is going to resemble wet sand.
Whoa!
I know, right?
Your sandcastle just exploded.
I feel like I'm out of liquid here. And it's hot, so I don't want to put my hands in it. A bowl would be much easier for this.
I'm just standing here wiggling like the moves of like that Robert Plant Addicted to Love video. I'm just standing here.
And just rocking the baby.
I'm just standing here rocking the baby, not really doing anything. Whoa, the fly just buzzed in my head. Watch out, fly. I'll go pick up Topo.
I tried to pick up Roxy to help her to get a fly. She was not having that.
They're getting there a little bit. I've been trying to work on that a little bit. Baxter is dumb as rocks.
Hey.
But
He's not.
he's just like, I was gonna eat cardboard. He's almost completely swallowed all of Cyber Husky's scratch box she sent.
Yes. Liz says the stream is buffering. Is that on our end, or is it buffering for everybody?
I guess I could look.
I guess you could.
Excuse me. There's a cat preventing me from covering my knee. It looks okay. This looks dry.
Yes.
I don't have a side camera because this is what we're watching is
The side
future
camera?
is the future side camera. Like it'll be back over here to the side, so we'll have our normal.
It's working though. Like when I
Side camera
clump
back.
it together, it's going to be a crust. Like there's enough wet in it.
Okay.
I just have to kind of try to mix it evenly.
Did the little funky things on the screen go away, or do we still have a little bit of like
I don't know.
noise issue? I don't think I saw it anymore. I plugged it directly, but this will be back to the side cam, so we'll have smooth 60 frames on both cams again.
Yay!
I know the camera's been dying for about a year now, and then it
I
really,
know I've been telling you forever to get a new one, and you just ignore me.
it really made me sad that like it worked the night before Hot Wheels night, and then on Hot Wheels night, it like finally decided to like leave. Just like the television on actual Mario Kart night.
Right.
When we were minutes
Any
away
other
from
night
Mario
would have
Kart.
been fine.
It was just fine, and the TV went black.
Sue says mine was too wet today. I wonder if I put in too much butter. Probably because I think that's the only liquid butter in an egg, and you can't really put
Yeah.
more or less egg without adding a whole nother egg.
When you're done with all the ingredients, you can hold it up closer to the camera so you can see a little bit.
It
But-
is starting to resemble wet sand. Yeah, would you agree?
Yeah,
Kind of wet sandy looking.
Uh-huh.
That's what it said to go for.
it is.
Okay.
Get it, Topo. It's over here now. I can get Topo to come this in.
All right. Coming around to show you guys what's going on here. This is going to be our base.
Thanks to the Pupper app for clicker training my cat over here.
This one just came running too, by the way.
I was gonna say 2 more will come with the clicks. So I had the clicker app from Pupper, and then I started making the clicker noise, and it worked. And then that's it.
You
Now,
don't need no app?
no, well now Topo will come when I click, and he knows there's some. The fly is on my light over here.
Gaming Ham says, I starve for 2 days, eat 2 days.
That's
Eat 2 days, starve 3 days, then eat for 2. That doesn't sound healthy, friend.
I mean, if you're drastically like with the plan and stuff, like I get it, but like.
I think the intermittent fasting is a thing, but I don't think it's whole days. I think it's like 10 hours you don't eat, and then you eat for like 2 hours.
I'm screwed. Like my energy level when I put that hot dog in me got me up to like a quarter tank, and it's already like diminishing.
Your metabolism is stupid fast.
Like I said, like I'm like a fast car in first gear.
Yes.
This is like high RPM. So yeah, I've already burned through like half of that hot dog already energy, and like I'm gonna start fading unless I put like another wiener in my mouth, which I don't. I like ate all the wieners, so I gotta do something else.
Okay, I gotta trim this part of the paper because it's in my way. Hannah says, I used to have an app a long time ago with fish that swim across the stream, but I can't find anything like that now. I will message you and tell you, I want to say it's Friskies, but I don't know. I downloaded a bunch of them when we first got the kittens, and it was hard because most of them just are kind of crap unless you pay for them, and I don't like to pay for apps. But I did find one that was good, and I will message you and let you know which one it is.
I go to YouTube, I type in videos for cats. There's one that's got all these mice running across the screen, like fake mice.
That's fine, but the app, when they touch it, it disappears, and it like makes a little pop on the screen, and that's fun for them.
Right. Well, can't you just put on like Farmville for them, or one of those little like Sugar Crush? Just put on Sugar Crush for your cat.
Candy Crush?
Or Candy Crush, yeah. Candy Crush for your cat. Enjoy having a kitten though, that's always the funnest.
I love that time.
I've lost 10 stone in weight in almost 6 months. I'm not sure what that amounts to, but that is awesome. I know it's more than a pound per stone. Like, I know your guys' pounds
Is it like 10 or 15 pounds? It's like a lot.
Your guys' dollar might not be higher than ours, but your stones per pound are. So, good job, dude, that's good. Good job. You gotta keep it up. Fireworks are going off like crazy. I forgot. It's gonna be like that here. Dude, the cats here don't like it. Mama cat will just like does not like.
Dude, she just goes running like crazy.
She doesn't know. She's like, what's happening?
All right, so we just mashed this down in the bottom.
They're not fazed by the 911. 911 is a joke.
No, we're all used to that.
Town.
We barely hear that anymore.
Yeah, I know. I hate this place. Why is there so many emergencies? Can't y'all like stop like falling on the ground or dying on Fridays? Like seriously, that should be like a Tuesday or a Wednesday thing.
Right?
Really?
Not Wednesdays, please. We do a show.
I'm coming into town on Wednesdays for that. Are you near Disney? 2 hours. Or 2 hours away from Disneyland.
Opposite side of the country from Disney World.
Where should I have for dinner? Since you're probably bedridden, you should call like Pizza Hut. Dial down the middle. 1-800-CALLATT. Remember those? Remember that string in the 90s of collect calls?
Yes, 90s commercial, Dan. We remember that one too.
Oh, I'm so hungry. You should get
You
pizza for
have
me.
now referenced no fewer than half a dozen 90s commercials.
It all started with like looking in the fridge.
Okay, so now that we've done that, we're gonna put it in the fridge to chill until firm, at least 15 minutes. We should have done this an hour ago. There's no room in here.
Heather, I like fireworks just fine until like I started like paying more attention to animals. And then I'm here all day with the cats and like even just like some of the loud cars go by, they don't like it. And so now like I don't really find enjoyment in them as much as I did here. But like when we go out to like Michigan, we go like Greg's Farm and stuff where it's like all open and stuff like that. Those are so much fun. But like it's hard for me to like be stoked about it knowing that like a lot of animals are like not happy. So, blah, you know. So I feel bad. I feel bad for my cats. They would just learn to enjoy it, you know? Like,
half of them don't care and don't react. The other half go running like the sky is falling.
yeah. I don't think marshmallow will be a good dinner. It'll buy you it'll buy you a couple joules of energy. Like if you do like 20 minutes of energy. A lot of animals also don't care, so it's like a catch-22. Growing up, none of my animals cared at all. None of my animals ever cared. It wasn't until like the cat's here and then like, you know, in the arms of an angel commercial comes on the screen and you're like, oh, the animals. But yeah, growing up, none of my pets were fazed by it. My fish didn't care. My hamsters never cared. I had a little Anole lizard. 4th of July, he was out there geicoing. It was just fine. So, but like, really, like my pets never really cared.
Speaking of pets,
I might need a CBD chew.
so before we started the show, I was texting with Nanda. Apparently she found a tarantula under her front porch today, and her daughter wants to keep it as a pet, so she's trying to find a tank to keep it in.
Yes.
Like, she didn't want it to be under her house and have 1,000 little tarantula babies.
They don't hurt
so
you.
Bringing it inside, and they're gonna have a tarantula.
They don't hurt you.
I am not a fan.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
That's like free. That's like.
Oh, we need the mixer for this one.
I would just leave it as pets and keep feeding it under there.
She didn't want it to have babies, though. She was very specific about that. She didn't want 1,000 tarantulas.
Katie says, time for me to get baked potato. The auto-corrected baked potato to limino. You misspelled potato, friend. We had Anoles in our high school biology class, and we girls always took them out before class and before class started and wore them like earrings. Oh my gosh. I would take them out and stuff. They're fun lizards. They're fun little guys. No fireworks here tonight, just a severe thunderstorm. Ooh, I could go for a thunderstorm right now.
We haven't had a thunderstorm in
I want to go
years.
dance in the rain.
You don't dance.
No, but like it don't.
You prance though.
It don't
when it
rain.
rains, Dan prances.
It don't rain. I'm more of a skipper.
It's kind of prancy.
I'm more of a skipper.
All right, so for our middle layer, we're doing a 1/4 cup of butter, which is now plenty squishy. And some whipping cream, some custard powder, and a ton of powdered sugar.
Adrian's gonna consider making cake pops. You should do that, dude. You should totally cake pop.
I don't like cake pops. I've never had a cake pop that I like, that I was like, this is amazing!
They're fine.
I'm not a fan.
We used to get really big thunderstorms here with those big old like drops. I haven't really gotten that. Dan's more of a skipper. Does that mean Crystal is Barbie? Like, was Skipper the baby sister or the little
It's like
kid
the
sister?
teenage sister, yeah.
Skipper?
Yeah. She was a little bit smaller.
I was thinking more of the Skipper from Gilligan's Island, but I'm more of a Gilligan than a Skipper.
You are more of a Gilligan, for sure.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm the skipper.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Half a stick of butter. Unless you buy the butter my brother buys, because he buys half sticks of butter. Do you know they sell them in half sticks?
Yeah, remember that? We went through that one time where the butter portions are different here on the West Coast and the East Coast.
So weird.
It's because it's like hard to transport butter all
Thank
over
you.
here.
My Last Wicked Adventure, also not a fan of cake pops.
Lies.
Wilton has never had one.
Lies. All of
You are not missing out.
You guys are liars. It's a cake, and it's been turned into a ball.
Adrian says, do not insult me and my wife's business. Look, we have a friend who made cake pops, and people love cake pops. That's fine.
Who said that?
Good luck to you, Adrian.
Adrian, that's like people saying like, oh, I love cars, but I hate micro machines. You're like, but why would you hate it in the smaller version?
It's something about like the ratio, because it's coated in chocolate, not frosting. I'm not a big cake fan to begin with. Like, don't really want a cake. Just in general, that's not my go-to. But every time I have them, I feel like they're always a little bit dry. Like the cake is a little bit dry, and then it's coated in chocolate, and then you bite into it, and it tends to fall apart. And look, maybe your cake pops are amazing. I've never had your cake pops, but the cake pops I've had, not a fan.
Greg, Crystal don't like cake pops, and then somebody else said they didn't like cake pops either. And I think we're being pranked. Where's Ashton Kutcher? Another 90s reference.
Adrian says he's gonna send me cake pops and I'm gonna try it and like it. Maybe I will. Has the price of butter gone nuts in California? No, I don't think so. We get our butter at Aldi and it's usually about $3 to $4 a box, which is pretty standard for real butter. It did go, like, Aldi had a super clearance not too long ago. We bought way too much butter, but it's not like I don't use it. Come on, look at me. Eggs went really nuts for a while, but now they're back down to like $1.30 a dozen, so I'm happy again. It's cake mixed with frosting and coated in chocolate. It's a win-win. Not any of the ones I've ever had. It's been a lose-lose.
I think you're doubling down on this. Is there any way I can pull you out of this?
No, and last time when we went to a birthday party with Leslie's family, and I've really come around on Leslie's husband, Chris. Like, didn't have an opinion in the beginning, like, oh wow, he's kind of like,
Hot takes with Crystal.
He's way more outspoken than most of the guys in your family. Really has won me over the last like decade or so.
Also, like 3 guys in our family.
Absolutely. But we were sitting there talking, and I was trying to eat a cake. Blake brought me a cake pop, and I'm like, yeah, I'll eat a cake pop. And I was just like making a face, and he's like, I don't like cake pops. I'm like, me neither. And then we went on like a 15-minute rant about how much we did not like cake pops, and like, I'll just have a cake. All right, so 2 tablespoons of our custard powder. But again, it's nothing personal. I don't really like cakes. Not really my jam. Christine says, I don't think I've ever eaten a cake pop. I've seen them at parties, but was never tempted to try them. I don't think you're missing out. This way? We can make them around a tiny scoop of ice cream. Why don't I just eat a big scoop of ice cream? I'll be much happier. Cake pops are drier than a cake. The chocolate coating is hard to get through. There is no frosting, which is the best part. I think they mix the cake with frosting.
First world problem. Who said that? That's first world problem.
3 tablespoons of whipping cream. Yeah, I'd rather just eat other snacks.
They seem like a kid's food. I have never seen so many 1-star reviews for cake pops.
See, Adrian, it's not just me.
Adrian.
3. The good news is the people that like cake pops freaking love cake pops.
Watch out for them.
No, like
they're also jaywalkers.
You can make a business selling cake pops. It's not a universally hated thing. Like, people love cake pops. Can you put that in the fridge, please?
I know someone who hates tacos. Oh, me too, Anthony. He used to hate tacos.
Did he? He had a shirt with tacos all over it.
Oh, my bad. So
I think you're making things up.
If you want to beef about anything on a stick, it's the shape of those awesome See's Candy suckers.
Oh, why are they a big rectangle?
They cause drool every time.
They don't fit in your mouth. No matter how long you suck on them, they don't get rounded. It's gonna be a 3-day event to get through a See's lollipop.
They just make you drool. Also, why are they wombat shaped? They're like wombat poop shaped. I love them, but you can't you have to be a blockhead from Gumpy to get them out of your mouth.
Look how orangey yellow the custard powder made this.
That's fun.
Interesting. I noticed when I opened it up, it's kind of pinkish. I did not expect that. I thought it was just gonna be white.
I had a hot dog, but that's gone.
Chris says it isn't universally hated. It's just Crystal hated. Like children, hugs, ice cream cakes, and long walks in the park.
Dude, you're like the art.
You know me so well.
Look, I always, if I could pick a fantasy world to live in,
it would have all of those things no me.
It'd be Care-a-Lot. I don't think you're I think all the things on the poster. You know how when you go to the amusement park, it's if you have high blood pressure or you think that you're pregnant, you probably shouldn't do the rides. It's if you hate children and anything fun.
I like fun things. My idea of fun is just different than yours.
Okay, hold on.
And does not involve small children. My Life's Wicked Adventure says See's Candy has stick-free suckers now. Yeah, and they have they've had them for a while, the little bit-sized ones. My mom bought a whole box of those because she likes the butterscotch, but it was 50-50 butterscotch and chocolate, and she doesn't like the chocolate, so she gave those all to us.
I ate them all. They were good.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're too small, but they were good.
But it's better than a big giant rectangle that's not the shape of your mouth. Am I right?
Yeah, stick-free suckers. Isn't that just hard candy? It is.
Pretty much.
But in that shape, in
that flavor.
Yeah. They're so good, though. I love them. Morgan showed up with 30 of them, right? 35 of them?
Yes.
Morgan showed up with 35 of them.
At Thanksgiving time, and it was a caramel apple one, and I had to try it, and it was so good, but it was just no. Christine also doesn't like the idea of anyone rolling her cake into a ball with their possibly dirty hands. Fair enough. This was really dry, and somehow adding powdered sugar made it wetter. Interesting. Dan's in there talking to cats. Greg just made stickless suckers. They taste like joy and dopamine. Prove it. Send me some. Just for you, Sam. The Starbucks birthday cake pop is my favorite. People go nuts for the Starbucks cake pops. I've never been a fan. I haven't had a Starbucks cake pop, but every Starbucks dessert I've had has always been like dry and disappointing. This is not like liquidy custardy. Is this, Sue, my friend, are you still here? Is this supposed to be liquidy? Cause it's not. It's like frosting. Is that correct? Canada friends, is it supposed to be like frosting? Did you try to cough to cover up the noise you're making? Sue says no. I mean, like, this is like a thick frosting. Should I add a little more heavy cream, you think?
Oh, it is super thick. Sorry, I'll have a side cam.
This is definitely a frosting.
I felt like the lighting change. Oh, maybe my eyes were dilated. Could I try a thing?
Are your hands clean?
No. They're like boy hands.
It's good.
Ooh, that is good. Chris says if the recipe doesn't work out, you should totally blame Canada.
Okay, Sue says it's supposed to be thick. Okay, it is thick like a frosting. Maybe Canada frosting means something different than what it means here. Christine says, what layer is this? This is the cream layer. So we made the crust. This is the middle, like, frosting-y cream. I don't know, it just calls it the middle layer here.
Is that a technical name?
Buttercream. Okay, so it's supposed to be buttercreamy. I get it. We're there then.
You're still using the mixer for a minute, though.
I think I'm done. Why? What do you need?
I'm trying to clarify.
You don't want to blow a fuse? Sue says you're fine. All right. I'm trusting Canada on this one. You now represent all of Canada.
I don't mind blowing a fuse, but it would take down the stream, like, so it wouldn't be funny for anybody else but you and I.
Okay, Denise also says that is correct. The middle should be a sort of thick frosting. Okay, I thought it was more liquidy. Maybe because it uses the custard powder, I thought it was going to be more pudding-like, but that makes sense. Okay, I'm with it. That's good. That's really good. I'm going to save that for anyway. Hannah is back from feeding Little Bit. Yes, that's her name. Yeah, you sticking with it? Sometimes it just sticks, like, right from the word go. And sometimes it's just a, like, silly nickname like Kitty, and you're just like, I don't know, I guess that's just her name. No thicker like custard. But see, I don't know what custard is. I mean, this is thick. Like, it's not going anywhere. It's very thick. I know, you won't lick it on camera. It doesn't seem like there's enough of it to be a thick layer like it shows in the picture, but we're going for it.
That is really good.
It is, huh?
It's like creamsicle-y.
Be careful, they're super addicting. You can't have just one. Are we talking about cats or Nanaimo bars? Because yes. I can imagine this will be very addictive because this layer is amazing. Can I just frost everything with this?
Yeah, I'm more than okay with that stuff. I just like took a whole lap looking for like a towel.
Where'd you think they were going to be on the couch?
Well, by the time I got to here, it was easier to hit the gas and take another lap than it was to make a U-turn.
What is naan? Naan is it's a word that means bread. It's Indian bread. Google it. It's really good. Kind of like pita bread, like a soft pita bread in texture. I get usually the frozen stuff from Trader Joe's so that I can always have some in the freezer. Every time I buy it fresh, it doesn't last very long, so sometimes I'll get it fresh and we'll just have it right then and there with a meal. But Trader Joe's has a pretty decent frozen version, and just pop that in the oven for a few minutes. Does not compare to getting like the real stuff at a restaurant. But yeah, it's good stuff. Aldi has naan. They usually have like little bite-sized ones. The Trader Joe's ones are like this big. Hold on. Do I have naan? No. I think Blake ate it all. Blake, who's not supposed to eat bread. Blake, who showed up at midnight. Like 12:30 Sunday night, coming back from visiting with his friends down below, showed up with a black trash bag full of bread. The child who cannot eat bread, came back with a trash bag of, like, Mexican sweets, like bread things. So that was interesting. I think World Market has custard powder too. Might be a better price. Good idea. I didn't even think to check there. We don't have one in our town, unfortunately. I wish we would hurry up and get one. They're making all kinds of other things out here. They need a World Market. The closest one is Santa Clarita, which is like 45 minutes away. So, yeah, it's not an easy trip. That's like a planned trip to go down there and hit all the shops. Definitely not going to be a thick enough layer of this for me. But it is pretty sweet, so I'm sure the flavors will balance. Come on, get in the corner. I probably should have set the bottom layer a little longer because it's still a little crumbly. But here we are.
We're eating this today, right? How come?
We might be able to eat it today, but probably not on the show.
What?
It's already 7:30, and the top layer is like a chocolate ganache that has to set. Remember, like the cake roll?
Oh, right.
What's going on in the chat, Dan?
Nothing.
Oh, everybody just shut up? Cyberhusky says, we get the mini naan from Aldi. I like them better than the large naan. Also from Aldi. The garlic ones are my favorite. That's my jam, too. I love garlic naan.
As long as it's a good bread day at Aldi.
Yes. But that's why I like getting the frozen ones from Trader Joe's, because you just always know what you're getting. It's always the same. You can even just throw them in the toaster oven for a few minutes. But still, nothing compares to, like, getting it at a real Indian food place.
Denise said, by the way, what are they called?
Nanaimo?
Nanaimo bars are good super cold. I like all the stuff super cold, so I'll be happy.
Yeah, this is gonna have to
tomorrow
sit in the fridge.
for sure.
Yes. Yeah, we will probably try these on the show tomorrow so you guys can see.
I don't know what it's gonna look like, but maybe we can frack a little bit out of there and have some sort of something.
Maybe Dan. All right.
Oh, Afriel, you're probably hearing my air fryer for my yummy pizza. So, don't you? It's not you. It's Pete. That was bad.
Oh, we have been commanded by a Canadian. You will wait till tomorrow.
Okay. Yes. As you wish. It looks really good, and all the tastes have been good so far.
Yes.
I expect, like, you're not a fan of coconut though, Crystal.
No, but as I said in the beginning, I don't mind it in certain things if it's mixed in and balanced with other flavors, like in the Samoa cookies and the Samoa bars that we made that were amazing. So I'm hoping that the cocoa powder, the graham cracker crumbs, the walnuts, everything else mixed in with the coconut will balance out the coconut flavor and tone it down enough that I'm not mad at it.
Right.
But if not, then these are all you.
Is this still 102 out?
96.
Okay, because the bottom says that. It must just not have updated.
No. She said, I forgot to write have. Sorry. I liked it better when you commanded us to wait until tomorrow. Sue says, I ate some after about 60 minutes. The bottom was a bit soft, but the rest was great. Yeah, it's gonna have to sit for a bit. Like, we haven't even made the top layer. This is the layer that says it needs to set around 30 minutes. So, we're hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, yeah, I mean...
We should have done this earlier and then...
Oh, I'm not suggesting that. No, Crystal's baking show.
Nope, this is my show. I do what I want.
That's Crystal's show.
So yeah, it's 7:30. That's gonna have to sit in there for half an hour. So we can like hang out. We can do some cat things. You took the spot where my mixer goes. But
yeah.
I'm not going to make the ganache yet because
that'll be done.
That has to go in the oven or in a not double boiler because hi, have you met me? It's not happening.
We ordered double boiler right under the sink right there.
No, we don't own one, but you can make one by just putting a glass bowl on top of a pot and just water in the pot. But seems like too much effort for me. So yeah, then that has to be set because we're gonna put warm chocolate over it, and then it has to sit for another minimum half an hour. Oh, Chris. Oh my gosh. Denise says you can't even taste the coconut in them. That's what I was thinking. Like when I eat a Samoa cookie, the Girl Scout cookies, or the ones we made, like yeah, it's coconut, but it doesn't taste like coconut. If you can't taste the coconut, why did you put it in? Because that's what the recipe calls for. Where's the cards? What cards are we talking about, Heather B? I don't know what you're talking about. Greg says, because I bet I can taste it. Yeah, but it's not going to be like an overwhelming coconut flavor, I think, because it's got so many other ingredients mixed with it. So I think it's going to be a mild coconut. Yeah, you'll taste it, but it's not going to be like, oh my god, it's coconut. Although usually we toast coconut, and this recipe did not call for toasting the coconut. Right. So we'll see how that goes.
But then did you mention sweetened versus unsweetened, and like why?
I don't know why.
You mentioned it.
Yes, we did talk about that. You left, remember? Playing cards, like poker, gin, rummy. Oh, like to pass some time, we'll play some cards. I see what you did there. Sorry, it's been a long day.
We're making the calendar for next month and the month after.
And the month after.
The month after. It'll be fun. It looks like this month there's a lot of streams. Or July there's a lot of streams. Because we'll be gone part August.
Yes, not so much streams in August. I can't believe July is tomorrow. Yeah, this is how you know you're old when time just passes so fast and like summer means nothing. Amanda wants to know if you opened the Pokemon cards she sent.
No, you want to do that?
I thought you were waiting for Blake. Over it. Ursula says, I so seldom go to Aldi, but maybe I should. Are you in America, Ursula, or a different country? I think I remember that you're in a different country, but I might be remembering wrong, confusing you with somebody else. Aldi's amazing. Like, for us out here, you can't do all of your grocery shopping there because they don't, like, they didn't have unsweetened coconut flakes. They didn't have any coconut flakes, and they didn't have graham cracker crumbs. But the things they do have, you can get way cheaper, and the quality, for the most part, is on par. I did get some ice cream cones the other day, and they were, like, unflavored. They were disappointing. Crystal thanking us for celebrating Canada Day. Happy 4th of July. Oh, we're not celebrating because our freedoms and liberties are being removed as women, so thank you for the well wishes, but we are not celebrating. Heather was raised by old people. If you're bored, you get out a deck of cards. You were raised by old people. Is that a fact?
There's a lot of Chinese checkers going on.
Oh, that's a different level of old people. We had Chinese checkers for some reason. We had Chinese checkers as a kid. Like, we had the good board games and the obnoxious board games like Perfection and Kerplunk. But why did we have Chinese checkers? Like, nobody really knew how to play it. Like, is this a solitaire game or do we play together? I don't really know what we're doing. It was confusing. I don't think it ever really got played with. The Aldis in Europe are amazing. I know sometimes in the Aldi group people travel internationally and they're like, oh my god, I'm in whatever country and I found an Aldi, and they have like, it's like a big store. Our Aldi is like 5 aisles. It's like five to walk down aisles, so like opposite sides and stuff. But it's not that big. When you see these pictures, Dan, of these other Aldis, are you in the Aldi group? Oh, I'll have to show you next time. Just amazing. Like, it's like it's like almost like Walmart in the sense that they have like, you know how our Aldi will have like, oh, sometimes they have like flower pots and sometimes they have like rugs and stuff like that. They just have like all kinds of crazy things.
They're Walmart size? They're bigger?
They're bigger for sure, and they have bigger like refrigerated and freezer sections, and I'll show you later. Sue says, Kerplunk, that takes me back. I hate that game. It gives me so much anxiety, and you spend so much time putting all those sticks in right, and then the marbles crash down, and again with loud noises, not a fan. Why would my mom buy me that? So rude. Kathy says, Nanita was the best Chinese checkers player. No one could beat her. That's because nobody knew how to play Chinese checkers.
Did she try to explain it to me? I just couldn't figure it out. I
No?
couldn't figure it out. She was good at it, I guess. I don't know.
Amanda wants to make cookies, but not sure she can stand that long. How tall are your counters? Can you sit down? Where's Chris? Can you command him? That's a fun game sometimes.
Stand up. You can do it. Put some dirt on it.
Chris says he can cook with no guidance at all. It might not be edible, but he can cook it. One time I let Dan make muffins. Like, look, we've been together 19 years. Within the first year of our relationship, he lost all baking privileges. And I've told this story before. I feel like I'm just a tape that is cycled around, but you're here for it. Yeah, he does not know the difference. Now he does, but did not know the difference between vegetable oil and olive oil. And he's not been allowed to bake since. Twister was fun. Twister was more fun, like, in my late teens, early 20s with lots of alcohol and cute boys. That's when Twister was fun.
You actually twistered, like, during applicable Twister years?
Oh, no, wait. Are applicable Twister years when you're a small child or when you're a drunk late teen, early 20s? Yeah. Yeah, we absolutely twistered in Nanda's apartment. Like, drunk in Nanda's apartment, twistering with cute boys. Yep, Twister was fun in college. You know, Chris, you know. Chris says, I can't bake worth a crap, but I'm 100% the cook in the house. We have our roles. Fair enough. Fair enough. Nobody here is very good at cooking, so we just kind of wing it and hope for the best. But, you know, I bake. I want to try paint twister. That sounds messy. That sounds really messy. A drafting type office chair works well for cooking with high counters. There you go. Get yourself a tall chair with wheels, and then you can, like, Alex P. Keaton around the kitchen. If you're old enough to... Amanda, I know you're old enough to understand that reference. Half of you guys probably aren't.
Yeah, I don't think you use feet for that.
No. Who cooks? Peanut butter and crackers for the win. There you go. Did you cook it like a full 20 minutes?
No.
Oh, you set a timer?
Mm-hmm.
Our kitchen counters are waist high for me, so sitting will not work. Well, shoot. Then I suggest you supervise Chris and make him bake things.
The crumble cookies is open like 11 or midnight. Midnight, right? Midnight.
Yeah, and I think you can DoorDash them. Just saying.
Yeah. Try to just make them come up.
Crystal says, I hope this bar is good. I'm not a fan of coconut. Have you not tried them? It's a Canadian thing.
I don't know if I've ever done Twister. I did it one time at Holly's house. We had like a birthday party over there or something like that. Or was it?
You did Twister once over there.
And we were messing around on that.
I don't think we were drunk enough.
That was the only time I ever done Twister. I've never seen... Do you need a high chair? I didn't do Twister. Like, I didn't own Twister.
Chris claiming that if you give him a piece of animal carcass, some veggies, and a starch, every mouth will end up happy. But I don't like animal carcass or veggies, and so how good are you with starches, friend? It's a little harder to make my mouth happy. Just saying. Shall we? Oh, you're making stuff. Can I treat the cats?
Yeah.
Oh, you get it extra crispy.
Mm-hmm.
Is that sausage?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you got a cheese one.
For you.
Oh.
I got my own.
Got it. I see what you did there. All right. What are we doing? Who wants some pocket pillows? Mooch, you need your medicine treats. Ooh, I make a pretty mean Alfredo sauce from scratch. I'm coming over for dinner. I'll be there tomorrow. I got a phone call. What did I miss? Nothing. Just shenanigans. So I got these for Mooch, and they're supposed to have a bunch of omega-3s for overall wellness and for joint support. So he gets to have 2 of these every day, and we're seeing if that helps with his... he has a hard time... Well, you can't move the camera. I was looking at the camera, and now the camera's over there.
It is.
He has a hard time with, like, his hips and stuff, so I was hoping these would help him. Here you go.
That's probably as far as I can move it. If you're going to give the other cats, maybe you can try to...
Yeah, nobody noticed that I got snacks out yet, so I was sneaking these to Mooch real quick. Paint Twister is like regular Twister, except the circles are real paint. Again, that sounds messy.
Yeah, what?
Did you eat it all? No, you left little crumbles. Eat your crumbles. Wasteful. Would you like a pocket pillow from England? Yes. Yes. Chopo. Good boy. He caught it with his mouth. Did you guys see that? Rocks. Topo. Oh, you missed that one. Up here. You don't want to stand up? Oh, no nails, bro. That one's Roxy. I don't know where Baxter is. You don't even have to tell him to sit anymore. You can just point at the ground, just so you know.
Like Kitty and
oh, you got Jack. That never happens. Hey, Topo. You gonna sit? Thank you. F. Vance says, when I saw the picture of her tonight, I almost thought you were making peanut butter squares from school cafeteria lunches. You know, somebody else, it might have been Dr. Detroit said something like, looks like peanut butter squares, and I didn't know what he was talking about, like, that it was apparently a well enough known thing that he thought he could just say peanut butter squares and I'd know what he meant, but apparently it is. People have memories of things like desserts from cafeterias.
I forgot about that peanut butter square.
I don't remember cafeteria desserts at all.
And it had this this crumbliness that was to it. It was so good.
Don't remember it.
I do remember that though.
Sit. Thank you. Oh, you got jacked again! Come here. You're just smacking him over to her. Good boy. Hannah says, we never got desserts unless it was a special occasion like a holiday. I'm going to have to ask my brother, because we went to, obviously, the same schools. I don't remember ever having a dessert. I'm sure we did, but I don't remember dessert. All I remember is grilled cheese and tomato soup and pizza. Good boy. Where's everybody else? Nobody else wants snacks? Be fresh. Would you like a snack? I know Katie wants some. Hey, you guys want more? I have more. Hannah says, we got peanut butter cake in high school. I forgot about that. You don't know Jack. You see him sit when I point? No, you weren't looking. Oh, you caught it. Good boy. I don't know where Baxter is. Kitty and Rizzo are on the bed, but they did not want to get up. Same with Precious, who's on the cat tree. Oh, you dropped it. Peanut butter squares? Are you talking about the alternate form of Rice Krispie squares? I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about. The school was so long ago, I don't remember the food at all, right? I only remember it because, we didn't have tomato soup at home, and I don't want to eat tomato soup, but tomato soup's the best thing to dip a grilled cheese in, and that's the only thing I ever had. Come here. Oh, you dropped it again. All right, Adele needs to pick everyone's brains. My neighbor has an orange tree and keeps giving us more oranges than we are capable of ever eating. Anyone have any ideas of what we can make with them? Oh man, oranges are hard. Why don't they have a lemon tree? That would be much better.
What do you do when you get lemons? You break them down.
When I get lemons, we have a friend who would bring us a box of lemons. Blake sometimes will bring us boxes of lemons. Zest it and save the orange zest.
In the freezer.
And you can freeze it. Measure it out in half a teaspoon or something. So it's already pre-measured. Otherwise, you have to thaw it out. So definitely pre-measure the zest before you freeze it.
It's right there. It's right there.
Well, yeah, but I have cat tree hands. I'll show you that in a minute. You can squeeze the juice and freeze it in ice cube trays. So if you don't know what to do with it and you don't want it to go bad, you can do that. I don't know what recipes to make with it.
The lemon ones, when do you use the lemon cubes?
Anytime I make lemon anything that requires lemon juice. It keeps when you freeze it. And then you just thaw out how much you need. Measure out a tablespoon and freeze it. Whoa. There you go. What do we got? Orange muffins, candied orange peel. We were looking at candied lemons the other day. Dan didn't know what those were. So yeah, you could do that. Cranberry orange muffins. Oh, I have that saved on... Now I got hiccups. Saved on Pinterest. That is a plan to make cranberry orange something at some point. Oh my gosh. Orange marmalade? That sounds good. Heather B says you can cut an orange in half and freeze them.
Why don't you make some Sunny Delight with it?
And then what, like when you thaw it out, can you just eat it like an orange? Don't make Sunny Delight. But if you're making recipes that are going to require juiced orange or zest, definitely like pre-do that because they'll go bad and then you just have to throw them away. But if you can zest them and juice them, you can freeze both of those. What about something orange dreamsicle dessert? Oh, wait till you see something I have planned for next month, Amanda. Unfortunately, it doesn't use actual orange, but it is orange dreamsicle. So this is what I do with my lemon zest. I zest it and then I mash it into the measuring spoon and then flip it out onto parchment paper and then freeze it. And once they set, then just put them in some Tupperware and put them in the freezer.
Yeah, it seems to work out pretty good.
Yes, absolutely. If you just zest it and throw it all in there, then it all freezes hard and you have to wait for it to thaw out and then you're thawing and refreezing, which can affect the quality of it. So definitely don't do that. Pre-measure. And there's a huge Tupperware of lemon juice ice cubes in there, same thing. Adele says, I made marmalade before and it never got eaten. I'm not a fan of marmalade.
It was okay. We used to have it growing up. It was a little chunky, but sometimes I would have marmalade on my stuff, on my toast, and it was okay.
I don't. It's got chunks and bits in it, and that's not my jam.
Right.
Lady JD13 is here. I missed the entire show. Spent this evening in urgent care with breathing issues. Thanks, wildfires. Now I have an inhaler. Boo, friend. I hope you start feeling a little better soon. That's awful. We definitely feel your pain. We are in Southern California right now. So far, knock on something, we have not had any fires. Like, I went and looked it up the other day because Dan thought it was smoky, and there was literally one fire in the entire state of California. So far we're good, but we're due for it.
You can see our sunset starting to hit off the fridge, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, our beautiful sunset.
Jess says, not your jam. I laughed too hard at your joke that you didn't even know was a joke. Sometimes it just comes out of my mouth. I don't know. Heather says, I would freeze blood oranges for drinks or to flavor water. Don't know about for eating. Okay, got it. Yeah, because I don't know how the texture would be if you're going to freeze the orange and then thaw it out and try to eat it. I don't know how that works. Sue made an orange cake where you started by boiling 3 whole oranges. It was made with lots of ground almonds. Interesting. Crystal the Animal Lover with the super chat. Thank you so much, friend. To make the squares, it's layers, graham cracker, and then peanut butter, and then chocolate cut into squares. I'll have to look into that because lots of people have mentioned that, so we'll have to look at it. F. Vance says peanut butter squares were a form of currency at school when we had them. People would trade even their entire entree for them. That good, huh? I see like Texas sheet cake. Like a chocolate sheet cake. People are all about that being a cafeteria dessert. Don't remember ever having that. Chris suggesting you just squeeze the oranges and add vodka. There you go. Problem solved. We got about 10 more minutes minimum for that to be refrigerated.
Okay, not too bad.
Hey, Mooch.
Not too bad.
You just chilling? You just want to be part of the fun? Hi, buddy.
He spends his days either on my lap or on that thing next to me.
You just staring?
If I get up to do anything, like open the microwave, open the refrigerator, he's up like, what are we having?
Yes.
What are we snacking on?
Mother's Week Adventure says, what a cute baby you have. The only kind of baby I like. Hey, bud. What you doing?
Bag of bones.
Yes. He's my old man.
Old man Mooch.
But I love him.
I can't believe Kitty was already 10 years old.
Yeah, if you
Wow.
guys missed it, Wednesday was Kitty's Gotcha Day. She is 10. Somebody commented, I want to say it was Laura, was like, oh my god, I thought she was young. She has like short little legs and a squished little face, and her frame overall is kind of tiny, even though she's a thick little chunker. She's so big, so we waited until she was 3 to get her fixed, just because she's so sketchy, and we weren't sure if we could get her to the vet. But then she was going into heat, and we were like, we've got to take her. So she was 3 years old, and they charged us extra because they said she was obese. And like, she's not, when you look at her, she's not like a fat cat, but I guess she's kind of a chunker.
She's a chunker.
But she's not like those cats that like, when you see them walking and their belly's like moving
She
side
might
to
have
side.
regular legs, and they're just...
They're just overwhelmed with her chunks.
So I remember like getting up in the morning before work when we were working at Keepsmith,
Yes. And we were getting ready to leave, and you were like, hang on, I have to pee, and you ran into the bathroom, and we have a window in the bathroom that looks out to the backyard.
That's why I like it.
Also faces a busy street, so you gotta make sure that's closed before you drop your pants. It's right above the toilet. Who designed that?
Not
I
me.
don't know.
I'm lying.
Yeah, well, that's lovely. But yeah, you came out and you were like, "There's a cat in the backyard."
A cat in the backyard.
And there was another cat. Was it Holyfield in the backyard?
Holyfield.
In the backyard that made it easier for her to like trust us and come to us.
She was a tiny little.
She was a little skeleton.
rat.
She was so thin and scrawny that Blake suggested we name her Skeletor.
That's right.
Remember, he stuck to it for the longest time. We're calling her Skeletor. We're calling her Skeletor. And I'm like, no, we can't call her that. One day she's gonna chunk up. I make fat cats, and we certainly did. Husband on Bronico, Adele suggesting an orange sauce that you probably can, and then you can use it for making chicken or add it to drinks or baking with it. Yeah, I would look for something like that where you could make something, like I said, with the zest and the juice, something that you could can or freeze so it'll last longer. Because the problem I have when I get a box of lemons is I can't use that much that fast. Even if I just made lemonade, which uses the most amount of lemon juice, I couldn't use it all.
Can you just feed it to the kangaroos?
Amanda reminding you, Dan, you sit on the potty.
How do you know that, you pervert?
Hannah says that her vet mentioned a little bit, maybe a dwarf, but she would be disproportionate, and she's not. She's just tiny. Some of them are just little, like Precious, Topo, Baxter. Those are all really big framed boy cats, like big, like barn cat kind of cats. And then you have like Kamiko and Kitty that are just like tiny and dainty little things.
Does she count to where how most people have blue eyes and white cats are blind or deaf? Like
she's not white.
She's not white enough.
No, that's a white cat, like white,
super white cat.
Yes. Yeah, but if you guys saw the picture, I posted it both on Instagram and Facebook. It looked like I took the picture with a potato because it was 10 years ago and phones weren't what they are now. But she looked like a Siamese. There's the one picture when she was sitting here eating, and Mooch actually liked her when she first showed up. He like laid behind her and put his hand on her tail, and she totally he's fine, I got him.
Sliding out.
I got the bulk of his weight.
He's just bones.
He definitely she looked like a Siamese cat. And then she all of a sudden came into all this striping and little white triangle on her nose, which Mama Cat has as well. That weird triangle on one half of their nose. They both have that same triangle that I've never seen before. So that's interesting. Girl cats tend to be smaller too. Yes, definitely. And around here that is certainly the case, but
Baxter's gonna pass everybody. And I thought nobody's gonna pass Precious.
When you see him
Precious
walk next to Topo and Precious, his frame is big like that, and he's not done growing.
But Precious is sumo. Precious is thick and furry.
Yes.
It's not like Mr. Tails where there was a scrawny owl body.
Yes, under the fluff.
Yeah, there was an owl body under Mr. Tails. Precious is thick, and Precious has got the fighter jaws, and he's got like a hard head and like
yeah.
And Baxter's gonna be, I don't know if he's gonna be wider, but Baxter's gonna be bigger in one direction or the other.
Yeah,
taller or longer.
He's a big boy.
And his
frame
tail,
is huge.
his tail was huge. Remember how long his tail is? Still is.
Yes.
His tail still is.
His
long.
tail is so long. He was on the cat tree last night, and his tail was 2 levels down.
Yeah, he doesn't need help. Like sometimes we grab the cat's tails and hold it up to their face so they can lick the ends of it. He don't need help with that.
Hey Dan.
Yeah.
Adele says, I'm not sure kangaroos will eat them, but due to fruit fly restrictions in my area, we aren't allowed to take them off the property. My neighbor isn't even technically supposed to give them to us. That's weird. So how do you get fruit if you're not growing it yourself? Are you allowed to buy it at the grocery store? Or you're just not allowed to give out your fruit?
Maybe it's like sharing it. Like maybe it goes from the grocery store to your house and you consume it, and when you're done you dispose of it correctly.
Can't move it.
But
That's
like
weird.
Yeah, you can't like.
How bad of a problem are fruit flies? Like dingo level? Like how bad? Jennifer says, you don't mind me asking what happened to Mr. Tails. He was old. He was about 6 months older than Mooch. Mooch just turned 16.
He was older than Mooch, huh?
Yeah, he was.
Mooch. Ultimately, like just old age kidney failure, you know how it is, or like it's just this time. He lived like the fullest, greatest.
Oh yeah,
life.
He was probably about 14.
Yeah,
if he was 2 years.
You know, we give him applause on the way. You know, good job, Tails.
Yes.
But man, he just. He's old. I guess he was old.
Yeah, if you look at the videos and pictures,
I forgot he was older than Mooch.
Yeah, he showed up a little bit after
and
Mooch.
bigger than Mooch.
But he was bigger and older.
Someone just had him outside. Some kid. It was just like, hey, Crystal's mom was here. It was just like, hey, is this your cat? And she's like,
it was
no,
like a
but
5-year-old kid, and he
like,
was holding him like under the arms, just like, is this your cat? And we're like, no, but we'll take him because you don't look like you know what to do with him.
Mr. Tails was the best ever. Like, he wanted to be pet. He wanted to be held. And
he was the best cat.
Here
he was so happy.
Yeah, he came.
But if you look at
rad.
the pictures we posted, you can see like he was big and fluffy and regal, similar to Precious.
But scrawny.
And as he got older, that weight just really started to drop off in the last like 6 months or so. It was bad.
He was taking a bath, so he shaved his body and stuff like that.
Yeah, naked day.
Yeah, naked day. Happy New Day. I want to say that one had like thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of views.
Yes.
So Mr. Tails lives on in meme form.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mr. Tails. Yeah, he was good. Yes, but he just lived a full life, and then that was it. So nothing
old age.
Nothing happened old age.
Yeah, he lived out his whole life.
Oh, there he is. Look how full he looks there.
Yes, he was a big fluffer.
But still, he ain't got nothing on Precious.
He was such a good cat. Remember the one time when he was younger, he showed up and he was an inside-outside cat. He like ran the neighborhood and stuff. And he came back one time and his chest was all matted, like the fur was all matted. And so we have clippers for the cats in case we need to shave them. And I grabbed the clippers and he just laid down on his back and went like this.
That's right.
And was just like, shave it. He was the best. So Adele says, we're allowed to get it from the supermarket, but we can't move around the homegrown stuff. Where I live, we're in a massive fruit growing region, and the fruit flies absolutely decimate crops. So when areas have breakouts, that puts in serious restrictions. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. One time I was working at NASA, and I showed up to the big offices. Like, it's a big room like this room here. And we all have our cubicles that are like this high in there. And then there's a door to the office. And the dude that they brought the new guy in. They like booted the old management. They bring new management in, so the new guy's there. And I took my sandwich in my Ziploc bag and I threw it on top of here. In his
on top of the cabinet.
And then the fruit flies were in the room. But next door, they were complaining about fruit flies. They came over and they're like, hey, like, is there fruit flies in here? Because we're having a fruit fly problem. But, like, it's a solid wall. It's like a hospital when you go out, like, the door into the hallways there.
Right.
Into the next, like, room thing. It's, like, solid in building 4800 at Dryden. Big, solid building. So the fruit flies had made
they
it.
They could smell it from the other side of the wall.
No, the fruit flies made it over there. Like, somehow.
Right, but they're still trying to get to the food, so they, like, hang around where the food is, yeah?
Yeah, so then we ended up finding the sandwich, and then my name was on...
Oh, you dummy.
My name was on the bag. Well, I had to because I had to put my name, to put it in the fridge, you have to put your name on your food, otherwise people, like, will eat it. So,
I would punch somebody.
I threw it up
If
there.
anybody I work with is watching, if I ever put anything in the fridge and you eat it, I'm punching you. Just fair game. Adele says, my kids can't even take the homegrown stuff to school. They can only take store-bought fruit. That's so interesting.
What are they doing? Are they, like, putting it in wax or something like that? Something to keep it from, like, degrading?
Probably. Yeah, like apples, like when you buy apples at the store, they don't go bad like they should until you cut them because they're coated in wax. Crystal says, orange cats are the best, most easiest cats to love and nice, or at least the ones I had. I will say the only exception to that, did you ever meet my mom's cat? Yeah, you met Jezebel. You were around for Jezebel. That cat was a bitch. She was not a nice cat.
I'm with you on the orange cats are super
But the orange boy cats are always the best. Hannah says, Crystal, let me just collect one in every color. Look, we were down an orange cat. I had to bring him home.
I want a calico cat and a Siamese cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the inn is full.
I'm not having any more cats because, like, we're done with
Says
cats.
the guy who saw a cat outside yesterday was like, he needs to come in here and live. I shut that down.
That's because the slider was open right here, or the window was open right here, and this little outside cat was on the bench up against here looking inside our house from the little bench right there.
It's the neighbor's cat. We're not taking it.
And all the other cats were like, what's up? But he's, like, looking in and peeking on in, so, you know. That's all.
Yes.
I
was telling my mom today how after Mr. Tails, like, that was hard for you, and you were like, we're never getting any more cats. And she's like, but hasn't he gotten 4 since then? And I was like, no, just 3. And she's like, nope. Mama cat, her 2 babies, and Precious. And I'm like, we have gotten 4 since then.
He was over on the bench. Yeah. He was like on the bench and like looking in the window right there. Is that what you mean? Yeah, he was. Yeah, I probably have it on I probably have it on security camera.
The bench on our front porch. He was looking
sorry,
in the window, and the cat tree is inside the house up against the window, and they were like chattering at him. Nikki says, I think Mooch is snoozing in your arms. Is he snoozing or just staring? I can't see his eyes well enough.
Yeah, he's just hanging out.
He's just happy to be held. He's purring. He always purrs.
He's happy. All he wants to do is just be held or like on us. So that's what old man.
Oh, she says it's a John Mulaney joke.
Oh, that guy. No, I don't know.
Every time you say Baxter, my pup looks towards my phone.
Sorry, Jess.
Baxter. Usually I call him Bax.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Because my Life's Wicked Adventure has a Baxter.
Crazy, you got 4 more. LOL. I mean, cats are amazing.
They just shut up.
How do you turn them down? Like when they show up here and they're hungry. What's 1 more to make 10?
That's
Come
it.
on,
That's
no.
it. I don't want any more because then after the cats are all done and gone, I can finally retire and live out my life like those people do on the. It was cheaper for them to live on the cruise ships all year long.
Do you realize we have cats that are under a year old? So you're in for at least another decade and a half.
Right. By then
unless you leave me.
No.
Leave me with all the cats.
By then I'll be retired though.
Gotcha.
And then I can live on the cruise ship like those people do.
I will say it is a lot, and I really noticed this last trip when you went to Canada. So you work from home, so you manage your time how you manage your time throughout the day. I have to be at work at 8, and then I get an hour for lunch, and then I'm home at 5. It's hard to get up in the morning, clean the litter box, feed the cats, make sure they have dry food and water for the day, and then get myself out the door to work.
When you leave at like 7:55 or 8, I come in and do the routine and clean both litter boxes.
Without you.
Feed them and water and
I don't
food.
think... Dan asked me yesterday, if something happened to me, would you get more cats? And I'm like, hell no!
Wait. And when I said that, I didn't mean like, if I ever die, what will happen to cats? I was thinking like, look how much real estate and food intake is here. If I go away, are you replacing that intake with more cats?
No, because
that's what I meant.
You can mostly feed yourself.
It was more like a funny, dumb question, not like...
They can't feed themselves.
But, okay, so when I come in to do that, I'm usually at my computer by like 8:20, 8:25-ish. From just like the routine and sweeping up the litter and just like
it's like a half hour of work.
So it is
3 times a day.
It is. They need water often. Like this thing here gets filled up
and
every day.
when you don't get up very well in the morning and have to be at work at 8, it's hard to take care of 9 cats.
Yeah,
in the morning.
it's a lot. And then like the litter boxes are now getting cleaned around 2.5 times a day. So both litter boxes, and they're full. So yeah, so a little bit after lunch or so, or sometime in the evening when we're like, oh man, I'll run back over there and do it. And then right at bedtime, oh my gosh, we lay down in bed, and they're like, watch this, guys. So I hop back out of bed. I hop out of bed in my underwear. Last night. Was this last night or the night before?
Night before.
I hop out in my underwear. I'm like, I'm just gonna change the litter box because like they just went in there like right when we lay down.
Yes.
So I go and I clean the litter box. I'm in my underwear. I run outside.
Our trash cans are right by the back door.
Right by the back door. So I run outside, down the stairs. I open the thing and I swing it and I look over and the dang neighbors and like 5 other people are sitting on the front porch.
They're never outside.
They're never outside. It's after 11 o'clock at night. It's almost midnight, and I'm just out there in my, like, I don't wear tidy whities. I have, like...
Boxer briefs.
So I'm out there in my boxer briefs, and I hate being naked. It's just bad. I look like Bert Kreischer's twink. It's just...
You had a shirt on.
Did I have a shirt on?
You did have a shirt on.
And then just these little chicken run stick legs.
Yes. F-Fan says, Crystals look at Dan like, you want more kids? And who exactly are you going to do that with? Yes. Yeah, more cats is like asking for more kids. You only have 2 litter boxes. The way that our house is set up, there's really no other place to put any.
There's 2 big litter boxes.
We have some big boys. So we have really big litter boxes. We could not do a smaller one.
Dude, they're not big enough. That's like... the biggest you can get without just buying a tub. And man, Precious has to back in like you see those ships docking with the things from overseas. Oh my gosh.
I am aware you are supposed to have 1 litter box for each cat plus 1. There is literally not room in our house for that. Like the bathrooms are narrow, so we couldn't put one in the bathroom. I'm not putting one in the kitchen. Like that's terrible.
We go through
there's literally no room.
150 pounds of litter I buy a month. So
Yeah.
They get cleaned a lot. They're cycled through a lot.
They get cleaned.
But I got 6 of them.
If it smells at all, we clean them.
Right.
Like if we notice a smell, go clean it.
Yeah.
Or if you walk by and notice like, oh, that should be clean. Somebody didn't cover something up or something, then it gets cleaned. I think he's ready for water.
It's pretty easy and routine for me at this.
Dan's home. You have to remember, Dan's home all day. He works from home, so it's not like we get home from work and the house smells like litter box.
I could not imagine taking a. I couldn't imagine taking a 9-to-5 job anymore and leaving.
We could not with this
children
many
home
cats.
unattended.
Yeah, no.
Sometimes the cat's caught on the curtain for a little bit. I'm like, what are you doing? or like somebody will barf. I can run over there and clean it up right away. Or like they just need me. They need a pet. They need an interaction. They want a snack. Someone wants some more dry food. You know, they come see me and they need things. They don't like to be home alone. When I come back from the store, they all come running over. They're all hopping in my bags and stuff to see what I'm doing. So they very much are my coworkers, and they keep energy in the house.
And you tend to them all day long.
I tend to them
Yes.
all day long.
Yeah, you could not have this many cats and work outside the house. I was talking about that the other day with someone at work, that like, if you did not work from home, this would not work with this many cats. It's not feasible.
Right. Yeah, so... yeah, it's crazy.
Mel Shane wants to know if we'd ever get one of those electronic litter bins. We've talked about it a little bit. They're big, and I don't know that we have room for them. And look, some of our cats are really sketchy. Kitty would not use it. Guarantee you, Kitty would not be okay. Like, just... I get that it doesn't make noise until they get out of it, but knowing that it makes noise, and like if she heard it make noise, she would not go in it. Precious might be in that same camp.
Yeah, we have to get some Japanese cats that are already used to those cool toilets.
Yeah, they're not cheap, and it's not something I'm willing to invest in, hoping they'll use it.
It would never stop. It would be spinning like the dryer. The stream would be going on, and you guys, it'd be like tumbling rocks in there all night long. No, because they're like the cats use the bathroom a lot. The bag is heavy. So that poor robot, that poor Rosie, that poor robot.
It would wear out.
No, that poor thing.
Oh, F. Vance says dogs are good at cleaning the Tootsie Rolls. No, that's disgusting. We call them almond rocas around here because the cat litter sticks to the outside, so it looks like an almond roca.
Oh.
Yeah. When Rizzo was younger, she doesn't have a problem with it so much anymore, but when she was younger, for a while she had a problem with her back legs. Like, she couldn't walk and she was like dragging them behind her and stuff, but we got that all sorted out. They would stick, she's a long-haired cat, they would stick to her hair on the back of her legs, and then she'd walk around the house and clean them off, and then there'd just be like little turds around the house. But luckily she's out of that phase. We're good. Crystal says those litter boxes are like $500. Yeah, even if they were a bit cheaper, that's still a lot to spend on a litter box and hope the cats would use it.
That's so much.
And when you have cats, it's an interesting like balance of like, you don't want to throw anything off. It's hard to even bring a new cat into the house and hope that like they're not going to start pissing on everything. Like, you can't upset the balance.
We've been so lucky. The balance has been good so far. You would see a rumble or chaos. They're all laying. Half of them are laying on the bed.
Dale wants to know, how do they survive when you go to like Novi or the Canadian Pet Expo for like a week at a time? Hi, because I exist.
Oh, when we go, I'm stressed AF.
We travel one at a time. So one time when Dan traveled, Mooch got really sick, and we talked about that. We posted about it on RFS Cats and stuff. Mooch got really sick. Mooch had to spend 3 days at the vet and was really, really, really sick. And Dan wasn't here, and he like freaked out and was not okay.
Dude, we were camping. We were up in the Keweenaws. We were like,
I was
like away. Like,
so away.
There's no way to come back. Even if I wanted to come back, there's no way to come back.
When he first got sick, it was like 10 o'clock at night our time, so it was like 1 a.m. there. And he was just laying and like howling. Like, I knew something was wrong because he was just howling, and I'm like, oh, and I can't even tell Dan. I can't do anything. There's no vets in this town open at 10 o'clock at night. There's nothing I can do about it. So I just kind of like kept an eye on him. And the next day I immediately started calling vets first thing in the morning and trying to like tell Dan like something's wrong, we need to do something. So every time Dan leaves, he panic. Like the week before you leave, you panic and you get real like anxious about what's going to happen with the cats.
No, I'll be no different if we're bringing it up. I'm not thinking about anything other than like being Mooch. Did not handle the week you were gone. Yeah. At all.
And he had a little bit of an eye thing going on.
You were gone. And I mean, I had him fed, I'm snuggling, and he's just howling for you.
It's
and
not the same.
I'm not excited about those days because we have
says,
cats. So.
But this year, aren't you both going? Yes. And you got it. You nailed it. We already told Blake. Because Blake house sits for his grandparents a lot. So I told him, we're claiming you on these dates. Like, I don't care what's happening. Your brothers can go house sit. He's the only one that I can trust that I know will feed them and take care of them and do the things that need to be done. Like, he'll stay here. We've had other people here and there, and they'll say, like, oh, yeah, I'll come every day. And this is when we had fewer cats, and they would not come every day.
You could tell it didn't come every day. So, I'm stressed. It sucks. It sucks, and I have a bunch of anxiety thinking about it. So, I don't know. Yeah, it's
luckily, it's
life.
only going to be, like, 5 days,
that's life.
I think. We've taken out 5 or 6 days. Blake is good. Blake loves our cats. Him and Mooch have a little bit of a headbutt. Blake and Mooch. Yeah, they don't really like each other too much, but you know, he's gonna be mad because there's nobody to snuggle. He'll run around and howl and stuff, but he should be okay.
It's not,
Dale wants to know, what did the issue turn out to be at the time?
Oh yeah, what was it? He was just sick?
So he was throwing up a lot, and then like it was coming out of both ends, and I took him and they were like, we don't know, let's run some tests. They ran a bunch of tests. He was there for 3 days. He was there for so long at one point, I was like, I miss my cat. Can I just like come visit him? And they acted like I was a crazy person. But they let me go in there and I sat and just snuggled him for 2 hours. If you look back like probably 2 years ago, I think it was, on the RFS cats, you can see me like, there's pictures of me snuggling him at the vet. I just went and snuggled my cat because I needed him and he needed me.
I think all the cats got sick that time.
They let him come home, but he was still not okay. It was like a intestinal thing. They didn't know. They said just like, we don't know what's wrong. He might have just caught something. None of the other cats got that kind of sick though. None of them had like look, they sent him home and he had like no bowel control and he had diarrhea and he was just like pooping where he sat. And he's a snuggler. Well, he likes to be right here. So we're snuggling in bed and I just hear like, and he's just like pooping all over me. And I had to text Blake, come to me and bring paper towels. And Blake had to come help me like clean up. Like the cat just like had diarrhea in the bed all over me and multiple times over the night. And it was bad. It was bad news. So it was probably about a week of him just having just belly issues. I don't know.
Raising a child.
Yeah. They didn't really know. They gave him fluids for those 3 days. They had to keep him until he would eat. So he wouldn't eat for those 3 days. So they had to keep him on IVs and stuff. But he's good. He bounced back.
Somebody asked how Terry's doing. Oh, great. I haven't heard from her like in a week or so, but like
we text here and there.
We send memes.
Yes, I've mentioned it before. I work days. She works nights, so we haven't had time to catch up. I was thinking I should text her and be like, "When's your day off so we can talk on the phone?"
She's got a purple car for Hot Wheels.
She does.
She's got a purple VW that'll show up. But yeah, I think she's like right now. She's probably just starting her shift and stuff. But good, good.
I think no, she's not just starting that. She works like evening shift,
but yeah,
until like 10 or 11, maybe till midnight.
But good, we share memes or every now and then there'll be a video back and forth we send. But yeah, she's doing good. But she lives so far away, she can't come see with me.
No, she's. I think it's 9 hours.
She was so good with the cats, so she loved the cats so much.
Absolutely.
She exercised those cats every day.
Are you going to prepare an emergency kit like Jess had for the dogs?
Yes.
We'll definitely make sure Blake knows who to call, what to do, where to go, like all the information and stuff. Definitely, like we take care of everything. We don't make him responsible for the cats at all, so there's definitely going to be like a list and like here's the things to do.
He's good though. Like he's good at his mom's house of clean litter boxes and like he looks at pets like we look at pets. They're not just like animals. Go play. Like he can tell if somebody's not okay or stuff. Like Blake. Yeah. So Blake has pet.
He'll do good.
Pet instinct.
Lady JD13 wants to know, how long ago did Mr. Tails pass away? It was April 1st.
I would have said like
2021.
I would have said like 3 years ago.
2 years. It was 2021 because I was working at this job now, which I started in the summer of 2020, and I remember that it was April 1st.
Okay.
I do remember that. So yeah, it's been a little over 2 years. Newborn diapers with a slit cut out for the tail work if your cat needs to be cuddled while having outgo issues. Well, now you say something.
No, if he gets to wear
a diaper, I was laying in bed at like 10 o'clock at night with my cat pooping on me. Dale says, I asked because my current cat developed a urinary thing about 10 days after I first adopted him, which turned out to be chronic. Oh, I'm sorry. That is unfortunate. No, he just had some sort of like, they said like it could just be a stomach bug. Who knows? It cleared up. It took about a week, but it cleared up. And Mooch has a sensitive stomach. He's that cat that will just like barf, and we've taken him to the vet like, what's wrong? My cat throws up, and they're like, some cats just do that. Okay, but how do we make him stop? Like, I'd like him to not throw up, but he's just a puker, and I get it. Like, I am that person too that like I don't feel good. Like, oh, I feel nauseous. I puke and I feel better.
Like Wendy.
Blah.
Yeah, like Stan for something.
Yeah, Dan, like, if Dan has to throw up, that ruins the whole rest of his night, and, like, he's laying down in the bathroom crying, and he's done. Not me, like, oh, I don't feel good. I feel better.
Are you puking rally?
Not when we're talking about drinking. But no, if I have to puke, that will make me feel better. It doesn't traumatize me.
Puke and poop stories on the...
Did Mooch have that microscopic chlamyxia, I think? Parasite? They never diagnosed it with anything in particular. They said they weren't really sure. Like, everything they tested for didn't come out like as positive for anything, so but he's been good. He's been doing really well.
So 2 hours and 17 minutes later, do we have anything to come out of the fridge?
I can make let me check the frosting and see how that's set. I can probably make the ganache. We're not hanging out for another half hour because I think it's going to take longer than half an hour because it is really warm. Let's check how that frosting layer's set. Oh yeah. That's definitely set. Alright, let's make some ganache then. We're just going to do chocolate and butter until melted and evenly combined and spread it over the top, and then it goes back in the fridge. Nice and easy. So it wants 5 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate. And I'm just going to use chocolate chips because I have a bunch of them. And I have some in a baggie because one time I was making something and I opened the whole bag of semi-sweet chocolate chips and dumped it out in a bowl and threw away the bag and then realized that I didn't need semi-sweet chocolate chips. I will watch for however long you're live. Thanks. How long are you sticking around? No idea. Till we're done. Till we're done here. Probably, look, I'm gonna need to eat dinner soon. It's almost 8:30. I need to eat some food soon. So we will make this ganache for the top, spread it over the top, and then we'll wrap it up. We do have a show tomorrow, though. Like I said earlier, we have a fresh episode of Dan Picks, 4 new categories, 10 questions in each category. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Come see if you can beat Hannah. Adele says, I'm the same as Dan. If I vomit, it's a serious thing. Ben vomits once, maybe twice, then stuffs his face like nothing happened. Yeah, I feel better like that. If I barf, the nausea goes away and I'm good. We can continue to hang out and play. Chocolate is so good. I concur. All right. 5 ounces of chocolate, 2 tablespoons of butter, which I softened on my front porch earlier. Although that wasn't necessary. It's super mushy now, in case you were wondering how hot it is here. Hi from the Bigler crew! What is up, Biglers? How is your new tarantula? Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
F. Vance wants to know, how did Jess do a live chat and play a video at the same time? Although it looks like Jess is now answering
I don't know what that means.
She said it's called Premiere.
What? Oh. I don't... Oh, okay. That's a YouTube thing. That's a YouTube Premiere. I think when you click Premiere, it'll like play the video to an audience, and then you just type in the side. The video's plays for the first time.
Oh, when you premiere the video live.
Yeah, because we just said Premiere.
I'm chat while it's playing.
I'm like, the editing program Premiere? No. So
gotcha.
Like, when you upload a video, you have like options to send it to members only, send it to just public, or do a Premiere. Set a time at the Premiere. Everybody can show up like it's a live stream, and then you can talk in the chat while the Premiere plays, and it just plays the video, no fast forwarding, rewinding. It just like plays through the video, and then it goes into the system.
PJ does that sometimes too. Huh?
Yeah, it's neat. It's a little underused sometimes, I think. But we can't premiere stuff all the time because we put out videos just about every day on the dogs channels.
Right.
So. But yes.
Yeah, Uncle Yukon's got it. It's a recorded video that premieres for the first time and has a live chat while it is playing at a scheduled time.
I think today just accidentally set it for that.
Is that what he's asking?
Yeah.
She said every time she does it, her video doesn't perform, and once again, today it proved that.
It doesn't. I think it tanks the videos. I think it totally tanks the videos. I have no proof other than our videos tank, but I think it tanks the videos. I don't think it goes out to everybody like it should because it goes out like a premiere instead of like, hey, we have a new video up.
Right.
Like after the premiere, then it doesn't do any more to like benefit the video.
Right.
So, yeah.
Heather wants to know, what's the color hair icon by everyone's name? Can you come explain the Dan head by everybody's name?
Yeah, sure, here.
I'm just over here melting chocolate and butter.
So we have like our membership, and then next to the names, oh wow. Start over.
Maybe you can't.
So we have RFS family memberships, and then after you become a member, the different months that you're a membership changes the colors of the heads. Like every maybe 3 months it changes all the way up until 24 months, or maybe it's 3, 6, 9, 12, 24, right? So this just kind of is your badge of
I should have double boilered this.
This is a reminder when it changes colors how much money you guys have given to us every month, which we appreciate.
I think I had my heat way too high and my chocolate didn't chocolate right.
You bricked it already.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's okay. I'll just do it in the microwave because that seems to work.
You get these custom emojis that everybody's putting in the chat.
And you have one, Heather B. Were you gifted a membership, or are you a member? Because that's what that represents.
Yeah. So I think that red one is for the first maybe 3 months or something like this. You know. I like Blake's head.
I didn't know I became a member. Lately, people have been gifting memberships.
Right.
And it goes to just a random person, so you must have been gifted a membership. Congratulations.
I love it. Two-year gain from Adrian.
There you go.
2-year gain.
That means you can go check out our Not a Podcast audio recording. It's getting wider.
It is. I was measuring Hot Wheels. I have one that's got better grams on it from Hot Wheels.
Now it's 5.7.
I was trying to measure Hot Wheels on there, and it wasn't the same anytime. Do you want the smaller one? I have a smaller one.
Nah.
Can I have one of those, please?
One. It's semi-sweet, though. Fair warning. You always think you want it, then you're disappointed.
Yeah, thanks for the 2-year gain, everybody. Like I said, 2-year gain shirts, and then in my head, I'm like, so you paid all that money for 2 years to have the opportunity to spend more money on a stupid shirt to show how much money you spent on this flat screen max headroom show for the last 3 years, which I appreciate. I had to be. Thank you to whoever. It was either probably this last time. It was either Brittany or Jess.
Those are the two people who
just
do
did
it
a 5-pack.
most often.
Yeah, I just did a 5-pack. Recently.
So yeah, just instead of super chatting, they gift a membership, which is really awesome because then you guys can check out the perks. Like I said, you're at the RFS. I'm Polish. I remain clueless on most issues. That's racist. You can check out if you go to the community tab. Is that right? Is that where the audio recording, not a podcast, are? So you can check out the. Oh yes, and Cyber Husky did one tonight. Thank you. I forgot about that. That went to Christina.
Oh, that's right.
But yeah, you can go check out our. It's not a podcast according to Dan. It's an audio recording, so you can go check those out. And you get the head next to your name, and you get access to those fun emojis.
Yeah, which is really cool. And thank you so much to everybody that's a member. I don't know how it works on the back end, if it's the same percentage or whatever. But I like these better than just regular super chats. I think it's kind of fun.
Finnegan says, "Hi everyone, happy Friday. Missed the show, but thought I'd say hello and smash the thumb before going to sleep." Well, thank you. We definitely do appreciate that. Hope you had a good day and enjoy your sleep. F. Vance says he might sweep tomorrow if all the topics are Star Trek related.
Sorry, we only have Trekkie. Questions.
That is Star Trekkie.
No Trekker questions for you old Trekkers. Oh, do you need the microwave?
I do. Please take your pizza strips.
Today, that's the thing I love about the pizza is sometimes I make them into squares. Sometimes I make them into pizza fajitas. Fajitas? Yeah.
Dale says, I'm over the moon for dark chocolate, so I love the semi-sweet chocolate chips. Time and a place. If the rest of the dessert is sweet enough, it balances well and I can do it. Like when we made the Samoa bars, I definitely liked the dark chocolate better than the milk chocolate on those. But in general, as I get older, I like dark chocolate a little bit better, but it's still not my jam. We're just doing it the cheap way.
I tried to find you one of those melting mixers, and there's only that Wilton one, and then there's the one that looks like this. That looks like it was made from Radio Shack, and it's got the thing in the dial, and people were really unhappy with the inconsistency of the dial.
When mine started to die, I searched all of the internet and could not find a good home solution.
Like a mid-range home solution.
Yes.
Like
and I even thought like maybe
a
I'll just get
KitchenAid.
something a little more industrial that's small, and that's not even
That
an
wasn't a
option.
thing. After doing like lots of research, since I was trying to get it for you as a present years ago for like the show or something after yours burned out.
Right.
People were saying that some of the fondue pots they were having a good time with. Some of the other people say like, oh, by the way, check your counter because my fondue pot burnt my counter.
Mm-hmm.
So there was just no right thing. And you'll see them. They're like the dials on some of these ones, and it's like industrial, and it's got the dial and just the one pot, and it looks rad. It looks like something that was made for like your soldering iron, like thing. And those just don't, and they're all overseas, which is fine. But like, where's the KitchenAid solution one where they have no problem making a ramp that's literally this big to cut fries?
Amanda says I picked one.
You know.
Oh, I saw it before you took it away. She said she picked one up at Target and she likes it. What brand? Because I've gotten 2 of the Wilton ones, and they work really well at first, and then they just tend to die out a bit.
And even if they last a year, we use it 3 times in that year. Like it shouldn't.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing.
Yeah, it's a lot disappointing, and also I don't like that plastic that's in there.
The butter is not working with my chocolate tonight.
That looks a little better.
It did the same thing. It's thickened up. F. Ant says, FYI, pizza is not keto friendly. It's Blake who needs to cut back on the carbs, not Dan. So we're good here.
I'm with him though. Like I'm down for like any excuse to like eat better or like try to eat better for a little while until you stop doing it. Any excuse.
Why am I putting butter in it? Let's just get rid of the butter and just do the chocolate.
Any
This is a whole bag of chocolate chips.
Any excuse just to like try something new. So I've been having fun with like doing the stuff with Blake and making better meals, and we never had asparagus before, so him and I have been really on this asparagus kick.
You're just gonna eat that like bowl of cereal?
No, I shouldn't.
Amanda says, are you talking scale or chocolate melter? We were talking about the chocolate melter. I had Wilton used to have a brown one that was metal, and I had that one for years, and it was amazing.
Are you about to use this again?
Yeah.
No, let me get the other one. Maybe
Okay.
that's what's killing it.
That's not what's killing it. Yeah, it was amazing, but the handle broke because it was metal, and it would move just a little bit. Well, and I would wash it or use it or anything, and so then the handle broke off, and then I think my brother sent me a new one for my birthday, and it's the new one they make, that white and purple one with the silicone pot in it, and it worked really well for a little while, and then just stopped. Nope, now we're starting the great asparagus debate. Asparagus is nasty. I don't think this is gonna work. No,
I'm sitting on top of that.
it's not doing anything though. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Are we in?
Mm-hmm.
I need ounces. Does it do ounces? That's the thing. I don't know if it weighs. No, the max is 1,000 grams.
How much is an ounce? Like, how much do I owe you? How was your pizza, Dan? It was good for like $2 pizza.
Yeah,
like
not too many.
I'm happy. I have energy again for a little while. I was on a Brussels sprouts kick too. They're good. They're just the same for me as the asparagus. Like just like vegetables.
Nope. Both of those are so nasty. Amanda says she has the white and purple one and has not had any trouble with it. I'll do some research and see if I can find one. Yeah, let me know if you do. I searched all of the internet and like forums where people would talk about it and stuff to try to figure out like what is the one that people are using at home that's working.
There wasn't a solid answer.
An ounce is 15 grams. No, it's
What?
28.
Yeah, I'm
You're
not
getting shorted. It's 28.
Yeah. You ain't selling me anything. What? Hold out your hand. Not with you.
Alan Fairchild is going to bed, but did not even ask about the temperature. Alan, it's down to 93 here. Enjoy your sleep. Thanks for being here. Husband Bronico says, remember the ganache recipe from the Swiss roll? It was amazing and used heavy whipping cream. Ooh, it did. Yep, Shannon. We know. These are cold, so they're
It's
not
76 outside. It's 78 in my house.
nice. Is it actually warmer now than when we started and it was hotter outside? Because I thought you said it was 76.
It got warmer in here a little bit because I turned on the air fryer. And there's light. I mean, there's lights here.
Right. Amanda says the scale I got from Target I like. I got this one from Walmart and it worked really well, but then lately, it might just need new batteries. I haven't changed the batteries in it since I got it, so maybe the batteries are dying a little bit. But if you notice the last few times I've used it, I'll put something on it and then the weight will change without me doing anything.
Like I said, before I got this one here, I was putting the Hot Wheel on there and like, it wouldn't register the same twice at different spots. So I don't trust that no more.
But it might need a new battery.
Okay. Okay.
Wow, I might have to pull up, if this does not work, I'm going to pull up that recipe from the Swiss roll, because that was good. Maybe I should melt butter separately and then add it, or maybe I should just leave the butter out completely.
You were talking about leaving the butter out completely.
I think I should. Every time I add stuff to melted chocolate, it always ruins it.
Yeah.
Lady GE13 says, you guys are going to make me cook some veggies this weekend. Said no one watching this show ever. Thanks, I'm glad I can inspire you to be healthy.
I'll have some veggies with you.
With me? I don't want veggies, thank you.
No, with whoever said that.
Oh, Lady GE13.
Yeah, I'll put my Italian dressing on it. I was over at Jess's mom's house, and she made some...
You got that good from the Aldi, too.
Yeah.
That's the Olive Garden's knockoff.
She made some roasted vegetables. It was like albino broccoli, or something. I don't know. There was like a bunch of vegetables there. And she's just like, oh, I get that Aldi dressing, and then mix it in the bag and swish it up. So I've been doing that, and it's been good. I've been doing that, and it's been working.
Crystal, the animal lover, says, what about the chocolate melter? It's called Nerdy Nummies. I believe Jess still has it. She used it before.
Okay, that's right. So she had the same one, and I believe that's a Wilton one that's branded with the with the Nerdy Nummies on it.
I think so.
Yeah. So good answer there. Yeah. But I believe that's the one that you get. That's the Wilton one that she got branded with that on there.
Jennifer's suggesting if your ganache is too thick, put milk in it. Literally every time I've done that, it seizes up.
Maybe we have the wrong milk. Maybe 1% or 1% milk doesn't cut it. Maybe it needs to be.
This is looking good.
Else.
This is chocolatey. I'm just going slow because it's. I didn't bring them to room temperature beforehand. No, I'll just do that.
All right.
Usually I take the chocolate chips out so they're room temperature before I microwave them, and I did not do that because this. Try melting at about 70% on your microwave power.
You just hit start, man.
I know that's an option. I do.
But I don't know what 70% of what.
It's only 1,000 watts. It's not even that strong.
Cook it on popcorn. Wait, what are the other options? They give you a
potato.
popcorn.
I think there's a potato button.
They give you one that says beverage. I think it's to warm your coffee. Frozen dinner. Reheat pizza. Are you going to use this again?
Yeah, I'm going to do like 10
There's 15
seconds.
When you're done, let me know. I want to know what it says here. I want to know the pizza thing. But there is a power level on here. It says power level, but like I don't know what it is in the first place to...
Well, the math would be easy because it's 1,000 watts. So 70% would be 700 watts?
I don't know. Are we on? Let's see if we're on power level 10.
Ooh, Hannah says, speaking of popcorn, we have a lot growing this year.
When I hit power level,
Alright,
it's mad at me. Pizza. There's a pizza timer button, but it just says pizza. It doesn't say.
Alright. This is gonna set pretty quickly because this is cold and like hard frosting. So we're jamming through this.
This might set really quick, and then we could have.
That's what I just said.
And then we can have a bite. I'm okay with those veggies, but not squash. I don't know what the squash is. That's the pink pink eggplant.
I don't think it's pink. I think it's
or
yellow.
like it's like pink eggplant. It's like that, right? That's the squash. I'm okay with lima beans, no asparagus. I'm okay with asparagus.
I like lima beans.
I'm only a fan of spinach, like, in raw form. Like, I don't want it any way Popeye likes it. I want it in raw form in a salad, or, like, mashed up into the,
spaghetti sauce?
Spaghetti sauce is good.
Oh, this is messy.
Dude, look how Canadian Crystal the Animal Lover is. Canada is sorry for the wildfires. I hope it gets under control soon. I thought that rain would have helped, but it didn't. Like,
Dude, people are seriously like, blame Canada.
Jason was leaving from Chicago to go up to Mackinac this weekend to the cottage, and it's just like bad up. It's just bad up
He
there.
said it's not terrible, but it's terrible. I was like,
but he's
okay,
coming from Chicago, where it's also.
It's the
terrible.
sun was red for sure. Like
right
out there and in Milwaukee, the sun was red. You can definitely see the effects. But he did post a picture. I don't Snapchat, but apparently my mom does. And he posted a picture on Snapchat this morning that looked smoky. But he said, actually, that's fog. So there was more fog than smoke today, at least. Okay, this top layer is not pretty. The butter probably would have helped to make it smoother, but I gave up on that.
Turn around from when we get all the California smoke. Where do you live at, Sue? What state do we send it to? Because we're pretty far south. But I guess
She's got to be on this side.
yeah, maybe it's the northern fires that are going out that way.
All right, it's not pretty because the other layer was cold and this layer was warm, and it set too quickly and whatever. It's not nice and smooth, but I'm sure it will taste good.
Do we put it in the freezer for a minute?
No, I'm gonna put it. I'm sure it'll set pretty quickly.
Okay.
We'll see. It says half an hour, but I can cut you a little bite, Dan.
Yeah, because we all got to taste it. And it also looked like it was already starting to want to get hard, so maybe it'll cooperate with us a little bit.
Maybe
Just maybe. So we'll give it just a few minutes here, and then we'll
wasted so much chocolate.
we'll try it. I know, huh? The only shows I watch is Getting Big with Crystal, Mario Kart, and sometimes Dance Show. Emily, there's a big world out there. Go to the YouTube homepage. Go. Please. After this video ends, there'll be 9 videos that show up on the screen afterwards. Click one.
Just for
Click
you.
one, go. Click one that ain't us. Please explore. I have a pick penny on Facebook. Okay. I have approval fingers. Well, I don't. Crystal has approval fingers.
Mostly I have chocolate fingers.
Uncle Yukon and Uncle Yukon's voice. Oh, people complain about Canada like it's Canada's fault the fires are happening.
Is that what he sounds like in your head?
In my dream, you didn't say anything when you showed up in my dream. You were just there. You came in all big, though. You came in like when the earth rolls from the cartoon and someone's walking in all big and the earth's like rolling up. You came into my house like that in my dream.
Like a wrecking ball?
No, it was pretty suave and you're tall, but that was it. I don't know what happened to you after that. You could still be in my dream to this day.
It's okay, you're Dan. You'll fall asleep and go right back to that dream.
Our arms are weirdly crossed.
That's because you're in my way. Did you just punch me in the stomach?
It reminds you of this one time at band camp. We'd sneak around people's desks
I never went to band camp.
at the computer area, and you, before things were unwired, you'd take the next door person's mouse and keyboard and you plug it into the other one so they're operating the other person's mouse. Those are nerdy pranks that we would do.
Let's take a look real quick before I go to prove the other stuff.
What'd you
Sue made this recipe this afternoon. She says it tastes great. The custard layer isn't as thick, and I would cut down on the butter and the crust, but she will happily serve them tomorrow.
Sue, where's your baking show?
There's the one Sue made.
That looks better than the thumbnail.
Your chocolate layer looks 100 times better than mine.
Getting baked with Sue Soul. I like it. It's coming. That looks good.
It's not quite it.
I could see it in the camera, but I could see it in the camera. I'm not lying. I miss having the windows open for fresh air. Oh, because of that, yeah.
Nikki was driving behind this Jeep that has paw prints for taillights. I don't know how that's showing up. You guys might have to go to the Facebook group to see it, but the taillights are paw prints.
I love it. What's the sticker that's on there? Is that just a sticker right above it? I thought I saw it. No, it's not. That's cute. I should get paw prints.
Oh no, I clicked a thing.
You're okay.
Did you know the episode of South Park
Yeah.
and they sing Blame Canada?
Yeah.
In America, we always blame Canada thanks to that. It's in my head sometimes, and it was on TikTok. Yes. Amanda wants to know, are you wanting a small pot like the Wilton one or like a restaurant-sized one? Probably just a small one. But I'm very particular about like looking at the reviews and stuff, and I couldn't find anything that had consistently good reviews.
Especially the restaurant
Any more than just like the $30 Wilton one.
Yeah.
Like at that rate, I'll just get another $30 Wilton one.
What, like the $30, the restaurant one was like this big. It was a little taller. It was like this big, and it had the turn to temperature knob on it, and it had the pot sunk down in there. It looked beautiful. But the reviews or people are like, this is inconsistent, or after a few years it just smells like smoke, or you can tell that it's not quality. But where's the $100 one? I was looking for
I think
I wanted
the right answer is a double boiler.
double boiler.
That's the right answer.
Okay, then that's why. I mean, I was looking for, like, I wanted a $100 one. I wanted a nice $100 one that sat here. It was perfect. We don't have this problem on the show. Like let's wipe that out.
I think
here.
with a double boiler, you don't have that problem. I need to stop being so stubborn and just double boil. That's all there is to it.
Progress.
Oh, I didn't say I'm gonna stop being more stubborn. I said I need to stop being more stubborn.
Oh, you're crazy. I feel.
Have you met me? You need me to screw something in? Give me that hand screwdriver every time. Oh, my dad used to get so mad when I was a kid. He had a power screwdriver. Just use the power screwdriver. And I'm like, nope, I got this. I'd be hand screwing everything in all the time. You wonder why my hands and wrists don't work very well? It's because I
Right.
stubbornly screwed everything in by hand. I hope you can get a good melter, and it works for a long time. Me too, but like I said, I think the answer is literally just a double boiler.
I think so.
Unfortunately.
We'll give it a couple more minutes and then we'll pull it out and see.
Yes. Believe me, you can mess up chocolate with a double boiler too. Chocolate rock, anyone? Oh, I've got one over here if you'd like some. I've got two actually, one in the pot and one in the bowl.
Hopefully we can just be more consistent on the temperature and the time.
I wasn't paying attention. I usually have good success just in a pot. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
That burner runs extra hot. I put it on medium and didn't even think about it. It needed to be like low medium.
Then there's the stream effect is what we call it. And like, Krista can bake for like a year. Like, we never have the problems
Until it's on the stream.
until it's on the stream. Oh, wait. We have problems every now and then. Lemon bars just don't work right. Or every now and then, you haven't done it in a while, a roll-up-y thing crumbles. Other than that, like, we don't, like,
My
the
fail
stuff
rate on a live stream
is higher
for
than your
sure,
IRL
though.
fail rate.
Absolutely.
Or we
For
just don't
sure.
pay attention to it as much and we don't
And
remember.
that's the thing. I'm sitting here
You
talking
know.
and blah, 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 blah. Turn on the fire. Let's go. Didn't even think about I need to
Yeah.
do a certain temperature.
But it is interesting. And you want the fails to happen on camera. Otherwise, like, if no one can see your failures, then, like, what... Like, well, what good is it,
like
right?
being able to show people, because so many people throughout my life of me baking have been like, I can't bake, I screw everything up. I'm like, no, it's not you, it's the recipe. 9 times out of 10. Sometimes we make mistakes. We put almond extract instead of vanilla extract. We put the heat too high. There's definitely mistakes that we make in baking, but a lot of it is bad recipes. So it's not that you're a bad baker, it's just you haven't found a good recipe. So I like being able to show people who think that, like, oh my god, you're such a good baker and you should open a bakery and all this stuff that I hear all the time. I'm like, no, I screw up too. Like, just like you screw up, like, occasionally some things just don't come out good. It was a bad recipe. I turned the heat too high. I used the wrong thing. Like, whatever. The fail adds good content. Not to my stomach, but I'm glad you enjoy watching it. Lady G13 says, glad you guys ran long today. Is this the longest GBWC ever? I don't know.
No, we've done
gone
longer.
long.
We've done longer than 3 hours, but we're closing in on probably, like, close to that.
Yes. Afriel says, if you do a double boiler, make really sure you don't get water in the chocolate or it will seize. Yes.
Oh, right.
Yes. And see, that's the thing, is it's a whole other variable I have not messed with, and I don't want to mess with that variable.
What is it? It's boiling water, and then the pot sits on top of the boiling water?
Yeah, a double boiler is like a pot that sits inside a pot, or you just put a glass bowl on top of the pot.
And is it the vapors that come from the boiling water that's doing something to the side?
The steam.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Like,
okay.
it doesn't sit in the water. It sits, above,
Probably
yeah.
evenly adding heat steam around the edges of it.
Yes.
Okay.
Adele says, well, that's it. At least if it happens on the stream, we can forever remember the day that Dan threw a tortilla behind the oven. Speaking of which, was that ever removed?
No, dude, Adele. Okay, first of all, I got eyes on it the other day because we had to pull, I don't know if you were here, we had to pull this bottom drawer out for something. And it was back there, and I could see it. It waved at me. It is now no longer a flour tortilla. It is a corn tortilla. I tried to pull
No,
it out.
it's a tortilla chip.
It's like
it doesn't turn into a corn tortilla.
Okay. It's like this
still
though.
flour.
It's like this.
Like a taco
and
shell?
it's facing me this way under there.
Why didn't you just pull it out while you were in
There's
there?
a little gap like this big that I could reach two of my fingers through, and I could kind of flick it a little bit. There was nothing I could do to get it through. I was like, please just come out. Like, now's the reveal. I couldn't get it through
The oven was
little
on
gap.
though. You should. The
Yeah.
oven's on. Just
I
saying.
can't get it because it's open like this, and the gap's like this big, so I can't get the taco out. I can't get the taco shell out.
Ridiculous. Adrian says, as a chef, you will always mess up and have bad days. Don't let it get you down. You can always throw things away, and there will be more ingredients. Keep on baking, and you will succeed. Absolutely. And that's what I tell everybody. Try a different recipe. You made that chocolate Swiss roll, and the filling was disgusting. Find a different recipe. Like, that's it.
That was good. I ate it all,
there.
though.
You did eat it all?
That sour taste went away after it got cold. You saw the blue Takis all over. That's gross. Dude,
No.
everybody brought me. You did too, I think, Crystal. All over. Everybody brought me no more blue Takis at the convention this year, please.
I
Can
super clean
can I put
on
a
the
more-
regular, and that has been super clean. But definitely several rounds of cleaning, I kept finding crumbs.
Dude,
haven't found any. In a
They
while.
were under the microwave. There's a microwave right here. They were under the microwave for a bunch.
They were on top of the
They were
cabinet.
all on top of the cabinet. Whatever. Yeah. Please no more blue Takis this year, or Takis at all. Maybe I can do something else that I like more with a fail. Maybe I can follow some jelly in my hand, and you guys will start bringing me jelly. Yeah, but literally, I leave with like 3 to 4 bags of blue Takis.
Adele,
I can't anymore.
like
anymore.
a true mom says, pull the oven out from the wall might be an idea.
What are you talking about?
Look, at
wait.
this point, it's principality. I'm not getting it out. I didn't put it back there. You need to get it out.
All the answers from the lady that doesn't know what to do with oranges.
Rude.
Wait, that wasn't rude. That was great.
That was rude, Dan. Rude.
This looks set, by the way. This looks already
It's still
set.
a little bit soft on the chocolate layer for sure. I think that's the other layer coming out. All right, Dan.
How fast do you think Adele's typing back right now?
The bottom layer is super thick. I would, without even tasting it, I want double the filling, half the bottom.
Yeah. This is really good. The coconut is unnecessary, but I still like it. But I'm not sure why it needs coconut in it. That's good. That's a unique taste.
Yeah, Sue's with me. At first taste, it is a good blend.
I'm still chewing coconut. Just like an Almond Joy or a Mounds.
You could leave the coconut out and be totally fine,
Yeah.
or chop it. I thought about throwing it in the food processor and making little bits out of it, but I didn't.
Almonds.
That would make it better.
Nuts in there would be good.
It's got walnuts.
Does it? Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe I just didn't get walnut pieces. Nuts in there is good.
They're finely ground, so they're not real chunky.
I want chunky walnuts in there. I love the coconut, but the coconut could go away.
I could do without the coconut.
We didn't need sugared or no sugared coconut either.
No, I don't think that made a difference.
It doesn't make the difference. But,
Now we have more coconut we'll never use.
well, we'll figure something out with coconut, because I like coconut.
Fair enough. You could definitely leave the coconut out, though, and it would still be good because there's enough other
I'm
flavors.
still eating the coconut.
Right, it's like dessert after your dessert.
But it is really good. Does it catch? No, just as like not set yet. I had to hurry and throw it in my mouth. How many hawks? Like 4.5. I don't know what it's really supposed to taste it.
I'm gonna
but
wait.
I am happy.
I'm gonna wait to judge it until we eat it, like super set and cold.
Did you
but
put the nut
that is
fillet
good.
already?
Yeah, do you need more?
Can I have like one more slice, please?
Crystal says that's good. I will try with no coconut. So I went on Pinterest and I was looking, just searching Nanaimo bars, and there was one post that was like 20 different flavors in Nanaimo bars, where they were making different flavors of the buttercream frosting, and they were doing different versions for the base, just doing the same sort of thing but different. So if you don't like coconut or you don't want chocolate, you could definitely do a different variation on this.
Have you shown on the side at all? The layers or? The layers are pretty cool in the parchment paper. Read it. Hold on, Adele. I'll read your comment, but I got 2 minutes of coconut in my mouth.
So that bottom layer is really thick. I would definitely want, like, and Sue agrees, more, double the filling, half the base.
Okay. It's good though. Oh my gosh.
It is not bad.
Nuh-uh. Alright, Adele says, I'm not even gonna justify your rudeness with a response, Dan.
Let him know.
When I was saying that right now, I was trying to figure out a way to incorporate the accent in there, and then I got to the end, and then it didn't happen.
That's because you only have one accent, and it's certainly not Australian. It's almost 9 o'clock.
That was, okay, hold on.
I thought this was going to be a quick recipe because it was no bake, but I did just kind of sit here and run my mouth for an hour beforehand, but I kind of needed that. I needed to just, like, vent and you know, BS with my friends for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
It was a rough week.
Tomorrow morning, make sure you check out the Gone to the Snow Dogs channel where there'll be a new video up where...
Ooh, will there?
if I go over there and finish it after this.
Get back to work. Why are we working late here?
But there'll be a new video tomorrow morning over at Gone to the Snow Dogs. Mm-hmm. So we should be back tomorrow night for Dantics 2.0.
Assuming everything works.
Yeah.
It worked tonight.
We're good.
So far.
We should be good.
There's not a lot of elements to this though, like there is with the other show.
Yeah, we should be good. So we'll be back for Dantics 2.0 tomorrow night, and then the new calendar will be out. Lots of Hot Wheeling and lots of
yes
other stuff. I don't know.
I don't remember if there was a Wednesday show. But okay, so tomorrow's the first. There's a show tomorrow. Like that's the first part of the calendar. We'll finish it up. It'll be up before the next show after that. So just know that there's a show.
There's the sass. I haven't read it yet, but I see 3 lines.
But I would like to see what you'd do with 50 oranges. Probably leave them behind the oven for Crystal to find months later. Probably.
Dang.
Mm-hmm. She's got you pegged. She knows. Sue says, glad we can help you, Crystal. You help us every week. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta hang out with your friends. And thank you for Sue for making this and trying this recipe. It's interesting. I wish we would have left out the coconut. I would definitely like it better without the coconut because it is still.
I'm still chewing the coconut.
It's not the flavor; it's the texture for sure for me. So if you don't mind the texture and you don't like the flavor is not a deal breaker at all. It's just that it remains in your mouth. Maybe if it was toasted up. Like, I feel like every other thing we've ever done with coconut, we toast it in the oven first. This recipe didn't call for that. But again, as always, I tried the recipe as it shows it. I wanted the authentic Canadian snack.
All that, I'm still happy with it, just like
yeah, it's not bad at all.
Yeah, that was fun. This has been fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal says, have a great night. Also, no, I never gave talkie.
That was oh my gosh, no. It was
everybody else.
No, you had the, maybe Lay's poutine Lay's? Maybe? Man, I came back with so much stuff. Alright, have a good night.
Yeah. Join us tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific, whatever time.
It's 6 p.m. Specific.
No, that's not it. Less coconut, more walnuts. Yeah,
I'm good with that.
I would not be mad at. Okay, if the walnuts are too big, I think it will prevent the base from holding together as well. That's why they needed to be chopped because it's not going to stick together. But they could have been not as finely chopped. I didn't quite make a dust, but they were pretty fine. Typical Canadian compliment. It's not bad. There you go. Am I an official Canadian yet? I made your dessert. I said it's not bad. There we go, eh? Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes. Bye, everybody. Have a good night.
When Dan finds the button.
I will find the button.
Bye, guys.